things. If you don't have RMG Plus, like I said, sign up at roverradio.com and then watch on the website or with the Rover Radio app on your phone, your tablet, or your TV. Do I have anything to give away, Douchey, or am I good to go? All right. We will be back live tomorrow morning. Have a great day. It's Rover's Morning Glory.
Bye.
Bye.
Rover's Morning Glory.
It's Just the Tip Tuesday on the Penthouse. The Penthouse is a chance for you to score an officially licensed world champion Florida Panthers fathead.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com. Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies remain partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Tuesday morning. We will start to see a few showers popping up near the coastline with thunderstorms developing as we move through the afternoon. Still dealing with a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so some heavy downpours and localized flooding will be our biggest threat out there throughout the day. Temperatures are back in the upper 80s later on into the afternoon.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hurricane season is here. Is your home ready to handle strong winds and heavy rain? Don't stress. Expert Shutter Services is here to help. The largest storm shutter manufacturers on the Treasure Coast, Expert Shutter Services offers top-notch protection with Cat 5 rated Ultra Shield hurricane screens and Nautilus rolling shutters. Call Expert Shutter Services now for a free in-home consult at 772-871-1915. That's 772-871-1915. Expert Shutter Services. We're taking the shutter industry by storm.
Ever tried to tackle a home improvement project without making 10 trips to Home Depot? What if I told you there's a way to earn cash back while you shop? Introducing Drop, the ultimate rewards app. With Drop, you can earn free gift cards by shopping in-store or online at Home Depot and tons of other stores. Download the Drop app today and use code DROP33 to get an instant $5 in points. That's Drop, your go-to for shopping rewards.
Hey, it's Megan from iHeartRadio, and I get a ton of questions about Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach and their incredible offers. So in case you had any questions, I'm here to help. Someone messaged me asking if Greenway Kia takes trade-ins. Yes, yes, and yes. You can even get up to $6,000 for your trade. Someone else asked, Megan, what if I still owe on my car? Glad you asked, because no matter how much you owe on your trade-in, Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will pay off 100% of the balance on your trade. And if you're a little short on cash for your new Kia, don't let that stop you either, because they'll work within your financial guidelines and their on-site lenders will do everything to fit your budget. And yes, Greenway Kia also offers incredible deals on leases. That means you can drive around in a brand new Kia every 2 to 3 years with a low deposit and low payments. And before you ask about your credit situation, you can actually get pre-qualified online without it affecting your score. But only with my friends at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800 New Kias today or check them out online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com and tell them Megan sent you.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Credit affects down payment and approval terms. Negative equity refinanced offers don't combine.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry. I'm the flavor of
Barry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
You wanted to talk about your son. He's the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted. Being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are just as addictive as regular cigarettes and harder to quit. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, over 3 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And with over 1 million of those calls coming from previous clients, friends, and family.
My name is Rita Fowler. I was in the car actually relaxing. I was talking to my sister, and all of a sudden, boom, the car hit us. I wound up actually having a stroke. And that's when I decided to call Morgan & Morgan. The whole operation, everything they did from day one, it was self-explanatory. It was text messages, it was emails. It was a no-brainer. When you think that hiring a lawyer is hard, you haven't called Morgan & Morgan.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's largest injury law firm for a reason. With over 900 dedicated attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. We're just a phone call away. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah!
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years!
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep. Dave's feeling it, but it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Get into summer with iHeart80s. iHeart80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
You'll find the entrance ramp from Southern Boulevard to northbound 95 closed for emergency repairs. And you'll find 6th Avenue South shut down due to ongoing construction, Grove Street to Congress Avenue. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeart radio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword cash at realradio921.com. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
What day is it?
Today is National Hot Enough for Ya Day.
Hot enough for you?
Hot enough for you?
Why would you ask that?
I'm sweating through this blazer.
Hot enough for ya?
Why would you ask such a ridiculous question? It's too hot.
I'm sweating. You're completely so true.
Happy National Hot Enough for Ya Day.
It's showtime.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Jimmy.
We haven't had to pull it for quite a while, so we got to lube it up.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yeah, it's the Penthouse on Real Radio. We're back at it, baby. Ready to rock and roll on a great Tuesday. It is an awesome day. Hope you guys listened to Rover and had a good time, his and his crew. You got a chance to win $1,000 13 times a day. I say it every day, but some of you better step up. Come on. Management wants to give $1,000 away. You don't realize how hard that is. Take it from me. You got to earn your keep around here. $1,000, grab it. We got a very unique giveaway today. If you're a Panther fan, I think you'll be very excited. We got a lot going on. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Team USA almost lost again. What is going on with them? Good morning to our man. Hello, Jimmy. How are you, sir?
Hello, and good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. And, of course, hello to Francis.
Hi. Good morning.
Now, you got a big weekend this going around. Are you going to Buffalo?
Yeah. I'm going to Buffalo.
Are you?
The hell is up there?
Work.
Am I right? Is it Buffalo?
Yeah.
That's right. Wow, that's amazing.
We actually talked about that before the lights went on, so how are you,
How about that?
I don't think you said the word Buffalo.
No, you did. You did.
No, did you?
Yes, you
You're
did.
sure?
Nope. 100%, like a minute ago.
I can't hear through the glass.
I know. I wish the mics were on so you can say, what is it? A few minutes later.
A few minutes later.
Yeah, because we just talked about it.
So I want to know about this trip because I'm a little worried. Where are you staying? Where are you flying?
I'm not going to tell everybody where I'm staying. Why are you worried that everybody will know where I'm staying?
Is it a
staying
safe
at a
spot?
hotel.
Safe?
I'm flying. The only issue I'm afraid about flying is I fly late Thursday night and I don't get in until like midnight. But we have a layover in Atlanta, and Atlanta has been such a mess. Oh. It's more Delta than anything else.
Yeah.
But like they were saying, some of the to get in through TSA or whatever. I read something ridiculous, like a mile long. I was like, what?
A mile?
They said even yesterday there were still 100 and something flights canceled there alone in Atlanta. But it's Delta that's having more so the issues. I'm flying American, so fingers crossed. But it is, I just have, so if I leave, and I'm leaving out of Palm Beach International, right? So hopefully I'll be okay. But then I have a layover in Atlanta, and that's what I'm concerned about because I'm already not getting into Buffalo till like midnight.
So you're not going alone, though, correct?
So everybody else is flying early Thursday, but so I'm not missing that many days of work. I asked if they could book me a night flight for Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
So everybody's leaving at 11 a.m. I'm going to be going at night, but I am also going with my girlfriend, Virginia, who also has to work Thursday. So her and I are flying together.
Right. So you're with somebody.
Yeah.
All right,
so I'm not solo. So if we get stuck, we get stuck together.
All right. So now I'm not worried.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And yes, I'm staying at a hotel. And
well, you're Virginia. You're fine.
Yeah.
I thought you were going up solo, and I might have to nix the trip. 877-927-6969.
No, my husband's like, go. Make the money and on my own time.
Matter of fact, go early.
Go early.
He's like, go bring back money and give me my time by myself.
Can you go Wednesday?
Yeah.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Or email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Atlanta's the busiest airport in the
USA.
One of them, but yeah, if you've been looking at the news, it has been a nightmare, and they're saying it could be all week.
Yeah,
I had one girl because if people don't know, one of my buddies runs festivals, and I staff his festivals, bartenders and barbacks. That's the only thing I do. Everything else he handles, and so this isn't our first time going out of town, but it's our first time doing Buffalo, and so he's been getting all these rights to these festivals, which is great for him, and he has a lot locally. So all the staff are people that I have brought on, and they're going. There's only going to be 4 bartenders, 1 barback, which I'm surprised because I've seen pictures. This festival isn't going on for a long time, over 15 years, I think, and it gets busy. But he'd rather bring people he's comfortable with than try to find people from out of town that he doesn't know.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right? So he flies us out, hotel, which is very kind of him, and we go out and make money. But
That's
one of the girls was concerned about the flight's not making it. And yesterday she was just like, I don't know if we're going to be okay. What if we don't make it? Should we drive? And I was like, I'm not driving to Buffalo.
Drive?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I'm not. And she's used to it because she works a lot of the festivals across the country. So she drives everywhere. Like this is her career. This is her job is bartending, but not me. I can't even imagine. How long of a drive to Buffalo would that be?
About 30 hours.
Jesus.
From here. At least 30.
Yeah.
Because Jersey's, 23?
Yeah. That's
I'd say about that.
Jersey's
Yeah.
like 23.
Yeah.
So
About that.
Buffalo's
Yeah.
got to be at least another 6 or I would think. I don't know, but I would think.
Yes, but I nixed that right away. I was like, no driving. We're going to take our chances on this airplane.
No, I would never let you drive to Buffalo. No way.
Oh, thank you, Daddy. Like, Jesus, I would never let you do this. I would never. What if I listened to you?
Never.
Exactly.
I'm just saying my concern. I wouldn't allow it. I would have to veto it. I know you would go anyway. But
Exactly. But you're like, I'm just letting you know.
I'm just letting you know. I don't approve of this trip. That's what I'm saying. But you're flying, so it's fine.
Yes.
Yesterday on
It actually says Buffalo to or West Palm Beach, Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Drive time via I-95, 19 hours and 20 minutes.
I can't be.
19 hours and 20 minutes is what it says.
It's to be hard. I mean, Jersey, I know somebody just drove up there and it was like 22 hours.
I'm just Googling right now. Could be completely wrong, but that's what it says on like Google itself.
See what it says for Jersey then. Because Buffalo is, up in New York. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At the
Just what part of Jersey, though? Just New Jersey? Just New Jersey.
Fort Lee.
All right. Okay.
What should be more time?
It says 17 hours, 38 minutes.
I don't know. Just
So
it's
adding 2 hours to get to Buffalo?
I'm telling you
That's
this is according to the Google itself. It's not like a link. You know how you can plug in drive time and So I don't know. I'm just telling you. I'm just reading what it says.
Because there really isn't a direct road up from, I know just from the tri-state area up to Buffalo, to the Buffalo area.
I know my friends used to go to games once when I would go see the Jets, and they said it was a blank show to get up there and to get into the stadium and everything like that. And it was far. But I don't know. I mean, if that's what they're saying, 19 hours. Still not going to improve it. 877-9.
I'm not doing it either. So don't worry. I'm not taking that drive. You don't have to worry about it.
The planes are so bad yesterday that I was watching the 4-letter network, and one of the reporters was on, and I said to Francis, I said, wow, it's unusual that he's in his car. And the reason he was in his car is I found out later he was at a flight in the Midwest, and he couldn't get out, so they had to get a car and drive back east.
Well, I know a bunch of people who've been stuck in Atlanta for a while now. I don't know if they've made it back. I think they were supposed to fly last Wednesday, then they got pushed to Saturday, and because that's putting them out too. Because not just that, now you have to get a hotel. They're not giving you hotels for that many nights.
No, it sucks.
So yeah, I'm not sure. They were supposed to come back Saturday, but I have to get in touch with her. But yeah, a lot of frustration, a lot of canceled flight and delayed flights too at Hartsfield International. So it's been a mess.
Yeah, that sucks. It's just a bad feeling when you get to the airport. I know you look on your phone, you call and stuff, and then you get there and you see like canceled or delayed.
But it's so weird, right? So I guess maybe because it's CrowdStrike who caused all this mayhem, right? And this is Delta still working around the clock to fix all these travel issues that was caused by CrowdStrike. But we've also heard Southwest has had no issues. So is it just because they've utilized that program, or how's that?
So it's sort of like us too. Here we have Microsoft 365, right? But we're not affected by it because iHeart kind of has their own version of it.
Okay.
So they didn't get the, I guess, the update like a lot of these other companies did. So I'm assuming that could be the same for these other companies, where some of them have maybe their own version or a different version or one that didn't get an upgrade or something like that. Because that's what it was, right? Somebody put out a bad upgrade. And when it got pushed out, that's why it affected so many people. Now, again, that's as much as I know about it.
Okay.
You know? So, I mean,
but yeah,
I
Delta
don't-
is definitely, they're feeling it. And it's unfortunate. And that's the hub over there, too, in Atlanta. But somebody did text, too, at 47142. They let me know it is 20 hours. So about what was said on Google. Yep.
Wow. Maybe this weekend I'll drive up.
Why are you going to Buffalo? I thought you had to see your mom in Jersey.
I said to Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's 17 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah. You would never.
Right.
Maybe now with the speed limits being higher throughout 95, it's a little bit quicker. Because, I mean, it used to be, we used to figure about 20, anywhere from 21 to 23 hours, depending on, traffic
says 17
and construction
here,
and all that stuff. So maybe because of the fact that...
Maybe because there's a White Castle in Orlando.
That's definitely why.
I'm sure that's it.
Doesn't cause all the traffic
probably
back
it.
up in Jersey because they're all going to Orlando instead.
Makes sense.
They're shooting up 95, so.
All right, so Franny's got some news that I'm shocked about, and Jimmy's going to have to jump in on this.
Yeah, because he's our expert in pornography.
Yes,
So
yes.
You tell us, Jimmy. Does watching pornography feel more rewarding than money or gaming in men? Studies finding this. So they said not all vices are created equally, but new research published in a human brain mapping shows that pornographic images trigger the reward centers of the brain more than the prospect of money or gaming in healthy adult men. So they explored how the human brain becomes conditioned to receive internet-related stimuli. And we're talking more porn, but that's what they looked at. That, gambling. Gambling and video gaming, some of the most common internet-based addictions. And as a reward, even in a healthy and non-pathological context. So the experiment, not huge, involved 31 male participants, ages 19 to 38 years old, all healthy. This is interesting, and right-handed. All healthy and right-handed to control for sex differences in reward processing. Each participant was then asked to choose a preferred stimuli, pornographic images, video gaming screenshots, and pictures of money that then would come in with like 50-cent bank increases. So the personalization, Greg's like 50-cent increases.
Cents.
Personalization factor ensured, well, it kept on going up and up and up. The money would, what they were watching on the screen. But it was in 50-cent increments is what it was. But this personalization factor ensured the stimuli were generally rewarding to each participant. But they said when they were doing this, they collected the data from MRI scans, so to see how their brain was working at this time. This is interesting. Skin conductivity test, which measures physiological arousal and subjective rating from the participants. So they found with the images that Jimmy loves the best, ended up coming out at the top of the heap when it came to the arousing part of it.
Well, with gaming, though, you're not always, you know.
And when I mean arousing, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's not always in your pants.
Yeah, okay. So,
it's in your brain, too.
You're right, because with gaming, and again, just hey, isn't it a lot of times you're very, like, it doesn't go your way or you're not successful in gaming? You know what I mean? You could lose in a game or you're not successful, whatever it is, and you're just not winning at it. Can that happen too? Where porn, you're always winning.
Yeah, they say it just feels more rewarding than gaming or money, which is interesting because even with the money aspect, they said the money was increasing in whatever they saw. Yes, it was only 50-cent increments, but it's not like when they were watching it looked like they were losing anything. Yeah. So that was interesting to me too.
I'm guessing that the factor of the gaming is just the act of playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because that's obviously very, very rewarding and stimulating to some people, right?
Yeah, that's why they play.
And exactly, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think that they might be measuring that. I just find it a little hard to believe. I mean, all right. So here's the other question with that: the people are getting that money. That is somebody that is getting money.
I don't.
So they're comparing it to that.
I don't know if that's the case.
Or just an image of money.
Because it looked like it was just some kind of like simulation, so it's to stimulate their brain. Right. I don't know if they were exactly getting anything from it.
Yeah, and the one thing with gaming that I saw a lot with my stepson and everybody you just see is that they do gaming for hours and hours. So people sit down sometimes 10 hours, 8 hours. I mean, I don't know if anybody's watching porn.
Well, to me, you would think that would be rewarding, right? Like, why else are you sitting there for that long?
And people do
Unless
it.
you didn't, enjoy. You got to enjoy it, right?
Well, and that's the thing. That's why I say it's probably that, right? They're comparing the fun that people have with gaming compared to the fun that people have while watching porn versus the fun of watching a number go up in currency.
Yeah, that's
the part that I don't. I don't know. I'd like
that's what
a
it said.
more,
It said pictures of money that came with a 50-cent bank increase.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just you're just watching a dollar bill or something like that, or you're something ticking up in dollar amounts, I don't see why that.
I'm
would
curious.
Be all that stimulating. Versus
or
if you're actually getting that money, give me the money all day long, right?
I agree.
But the reason why they did this is not. I mean, yes, there's obviously a reason. They said by understanding the neural mechanisms behind rewarding processing in the brain. They said this research is key to discovering and developing new therapies for the treatment of addiction, whether it be gambling, porn, sex, or whatever. So that's why they were doing this, to understand how the brain works in order for them to be able to create these new therapies for treatment.
I mean, if they can create something and help people down the road, I think that's fantastic. Like any addiction, you know what? You got to want to stop, and you have to also want to say, hey, you know what? This is too much of a problem. But with gaming, I mean, I don't think it's always successful because not everybody's very successful at gaming. You know what I mean? There's always people trying to get better and better and better. And with porn, I think it's pretty much you turn it on and you're pretty successful. I mean, there it is.
Well, again, you're equating you're focusing on the success of the game,
Mm-hmm.
where most people will play the game, and that's the stimulus. Just playing.
Yeah, okay.
Not winning. You don't necessarily have to win. It's just the act of playing the game. I think that's maybe a slight difference. Porn is porn. I mean, you don't even need to. I mean, it's pretty obvious where that is.
I bet you there's sometimes you could leave a session of watching porn and not feel so great about yourself.
Oh well, I'm sure that happens
Right?
too. Yeah, there's probably a certain amount of shame.
There's
that
a
can be
shame. There's
involved
guilt.
with it,
Maybe
too.
you see how some people are built, and you're like, how come I don't look like that? You never know.
But it seems to me that they're studying the effect on the brain
Yes.
as far as that, like, what's the endorphin you get from that?
Exactly.
Same thing with the endorphin you would get from gambling. The endorphin you would get from seeing money is, I guess it can be for some people. And then the same for gaming. You could probably say the same for people that enjoy scary movies, right?
Yep.
What's the endorphin you get from that?
Well,
And then they can measure that and to see if there's a way that they can possibly treat that for people that have it as an addiction. I mean, I think that's where that study's going, right?
But it's also like when people are playing a slot machine and they don't get the money till they cash out, but they see the amount going up. You know what I mean? And you can tell, I don't play slots, but I can tell people how much they get excited. You know what I mean? Like it'll show like boom, 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 boom. You don't get it until you cash out because whatever you have, you can lose, obviously. But I mean, you get excited because you're seeing that, the money going up.
Yeah. But you're having fun playing.
Yeah, of course.
And there's your again your rush.
Yeah.
Right, of playing. Again, you could put any sort of blackjack or the roulette wheel. I mean, what's the feeling? Like, can you measure that feeling when the ball first bounces? And then of course I'm sure it'll spike and that type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But the whole act of it is stimulating to whoever it is because that's why they're there. They're playing. It's fun, right?
Yeah, I think it's the highest of highs and lowest of lows. I mean, for me, gambling. I mean, it could be great, but when you lose, it could be so like you got to be kidding me. But it happens. But I mean, if they can figure out a cure for people, I think that's great. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you have any thoughts on this. Is porn better than gaming? What do you guys think? Or women, whatever you guys think, let us know. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy at realradio921.com. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We're going to come back with This Day in History and a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
There's a person trying to cross the street. They're in one of those little scooters that you can shop in.
Okay.
The person's missing their left leg, and apparently it's recent because when I saw them trying to walk afterwards,
Still bleeding.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows opening a small business is a great achievement. They offer custom insurance solutions to fit your needs. Get a quote and find why over 1 million small business owners trust them at thehartford.com/smallbusiness.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
You'll find the entrance ramp from Southern Boulevard to northbound 95 closed for emergency repairs. And you'll find 6th Avenue South shut down due to ongoing construction, Grove Street to Congress Avenue. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250 keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Shop Macy's Backstage today for amazing deals on everything you need for summer. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Hey, it's Franny. Want the most money for your used car? GimmeTheVin.com will beat CarMax, your dealer, even your brother's best friend, Joey. Don't believe me? Check their thousands of reviews online, and they are 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau. From $2,000 to $200,000, they give you top dollar, quick transactions, and free pickup. Now is the time to sell your car, truck, or exotic today at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This July 26th through 28th, get ready for an event that will inspire and empower Christians across America. The Believers Summit is coming to West Palm Beach, Florida. This summit is more than just a gathering. It's a mission to stand courageously for truth, embracing the Here I Am spirit of readiness and obedience to God's call. Join an inspiring lineup of speakers including Charlie Kirk, Jensen Franklin, Ali Stuckey, Eric Metaxas, Sage Steele, and many more. Register now for 25% off using code WPBLOCAL at tpusafaith.com/believers.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Hey, it's Megan from iHeartRadio, and I get a ton of questions about Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach and their incredible offers. So in case you had any questions, I'm here to help. Someone messaged me asking if Greenway Kia takes trade-ins. Yes, yes, and yes. You can even get up to $6,000 for your trade. Someone else asked, Megan, what if I still owe on my car? Glad you asked, because no matter how much you owe on your trade-in, Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will pay off 100% of the balance on your trade. And if you're a little short on cash for your new Kia, don't let that stop you either, because they'll work within your financial guidelines and their on-site lenders will do everything to fit your budget. And yes, Greenway Kia also offers incredible deals on leases. That means you can drive around in a brand new Kia every 2 to 3 years with a low deposit and low payments. And before you ask about your credit situation, you can actually get pre-qualified online without it affecting your score. But only with my friends at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800 New Kias today or check them out online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com and tell them Megan sent you.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Credit affects down payment and approval terms. Negative equity refinanced offers don't combine.
Here's a surprising fact. More than half of men over 40 experience some degree of erectile dysfunction. Yes, it's more common than you may think. ED can be a sign of a more serious health condition, such as diabetes or heart disease. So if your partner is distant or having trouble in the bedroom, encourage him to speak to his doctor about it. Understand it's not your fault. Learn more about ED, its causes and treatment options by visiting edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. There, you can find a board-certified urologist in West Palm who specializes in treating erectile dysfunction beyond medication and access an ED assessment. If your partner has tried pills or injections and hasn't gotten results, it's time to learn about a permanent solution that's proven to be safe, reliable, effective, and satisfying. Visit edcure.org. That's edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. Sponsored by Boston Scientific.
From hurricanes to heat waves, Florida homeowners have seen it all. That's why they trust StormSmart. Stormcatcher screens, shutters, and impact windows provide year-round protection because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Get the deals you need during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 20% off select Werner and Little Giant ladders because Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 7/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies remain partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Tuesday morning. We'll start to see a few showers popping up near the coastline with thunderstorms developing as we move through the afternoon. Still dealing with a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so some heavy downpours and localized flooding would be a bigger spread out there throughout the day. Temperatures are back in the upper 80s later on into the afternoon.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
The final countdown begins. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a good day. Big giveaway today, 11:45. If you are a Panther fan, we'll get into that and so much more. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And good morning, Francis.
Hi, what's going on?
Man, I'm sitting on something.
What are you sitting on? Stack of cash?
It is time for this day in history and a trifecta.
No, it's not. Hold on, I got to write a note here first. What
are you?
So just a heads up. Because you say 12:45. Today's Insta Tuesday, right? It's our Instagram. So it's not at 12:45 today because we've been switching things up a bit. So Tuesday is where we do our giveaway on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay.
At Real Radio 921. So during our show, 10 to 2, get on there, get on Instagram, follow the instructions. Jimmy has laid it out perfectly. I love it. It says just the tip.
Just the tip. Tuesday Instagram post.
I love it. And it tells you what you got to do. Like the post. Follow Real Radio 921. You'll be on the page and you haven't started following us. Just start following us. Tag a friend and then add the hashtag Real Radio 921. You can see what we got up for grabs. It's really cool. This is your chance to win an officially licensed Florida Panthers Fathead. And of course, you're going to have to come here and pick up your prize at West Palm Beach Studios. But this is great. The winner will be picked tomorrow, 10 a.m. Just go on there if you want one of these. Jason from Gators in the Mornings with me. Me and Jimmy actually helped put up his fat head in his office. And this thing is huge.
It is. They are pretty cool.
They are. If you don't know what a fat head is, it's like a huge decal that goes on your wall. And I think you have your choice of some of the players. I do believe, right?
There is the last I saw, there was a few. I know there was a Bobrovsky there.
Okay.
I think there was a Reinhardt there. There's a couple other ones too. So there is some to choose from. But you, like Franny said, you do have to come to the West Palm Beach offices in order to pick that up. That's not something we can ship out to anybody. But just go to Real Radio 921 on Instagram and you can see that post right there.
There you go.
All right, let's do this day in history and a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, Mets and Yanks, Subway Series, always exciting when they're playing each other. And Aaron Judge so far has 34 home runs. He's on pace to hit 56 home runs this year. And again, last year he didn't have a good season, but he was injured with his foot most of the year. He's back on pace to win the MVP. He's having a fantastic year. He's one of the main reasons in Minnesota the Yankees are where they are because the rest of the team is just not hitting. Do you like the Mets tonight, by the way? Men's U.S. Olympic team had another scare. They won. They beat Germany by 4 only, and LeBron scored 20. Big game for LeBron. LeBron was also announced yesterday that he's going to be carrying the flag in the Olympics. The opening ceremonies are Friday evening in Paris. Fran, you going? Or are you going to be in Buffalo?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. No, I'm not going to be there for the opening ceremonies.
All right.
I know.
Hall of Fame game is going to be here before you know it, August 1st, and people are jacked up. It's going to be the Bears and Texans. And University of Miami alumni David Hester is going in, being inducted in as a kick returner and wide receiver. Great career with the Bears and a couple other teams, but the U getting another guy in there, and that's going to be August 1st, the Bears against the Texans. And that is your Greeks trifecta. Now over to Jimmy for this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, let's get right into it here. We're going to go back to 1886. Some guy named Steve Brody jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge and survived. He claimed he did it for a $200 bet and made the front page of all the papers after doing it. A lot of people do think it was a hoax.
Oh, really?
121 years ago today, 1903, the Ford Motor Company sold its very first automobile, a Ford Model A, of course. 5 years later, it introduced the hugely influential Model T. 62 years ago today, in 1962, Jackie Robinson was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. 45 years ago today, in 1979, the Ayatollah Khomeini banned rock music in Iran. 40 years ago today, 1984, Vanessa Williams became the first Miss America to give up her title. If you don't remember, she resigned after it was discovered that she had posed nude in Penthouse magazine. By the way, I didn't know this. It's illegal to own or trade that issue unless the centerfold is removed because Tracy Lords is in it underage. I didn't know that. It's the first time I ever even heard that.
Huh.
Now, with Vanessa Williams, maybe I probably am mistaken. I thought they found pictures of her, and then Penthouse bought them and put them in. Like, she didn't pose for Penthouse. Like, there was nude pictures of her, and that's what...
Yeah, but she was aware of it. I mean, she, it wasn't done behind her back.
No.
Right.
No. I'm just saying,
I don't know who actually took the photos. I was always under the impression that she did with... I don't even remember the other girl she was in the shoot with. I apologize, but they were black and white. I do remember photos versus color.
Yeah. The way I thought it went down was that she took the pictures with this other girl, and then after she got elected...
Because they did publish without her consent, from everything that I've read.
Yeah, that Penthouse bought them and never told her. That's what I remember. Again, I could be wrong.
Okay, all right. Then I misremember it because then why would she resign?
She had to because the pageant went to her and said you were taken away from you or you're resigning. Either way, and she resigned. From what I remember, I could be wrong.
That seems weird.
It does, but I think she bounced back pretty good from that.
Oh yeah, she did.
She had a great career after that.
Oh,
she did fine.
Yes.
Yep. 28 years ago today, 1996, at the Atlanta Olympics, Carrie Strug. If I'm saying her name wrong, I do apologize, but it is one of the best videos you can watch. Made her final vault despite torn ligaments in her left ankle. She clinched the gold for the U.S. women in gymnastics and earned their first ever Olympic team gold. Search that out. Am I saying her name right? Strug or Strug?
That was I think you're saying it right.
Yeah.
Strug, yeah.
Strug.
That was a goosebump kind of moment when she did that.
She landed. It was just unbelievable. 24 years ago today, in 2000, Tiger Woods became the youngest player to win the career Grand Slam at age 24 with a record-breaking performance in the British Open. And finally, 6 years ago today, in 2018, remember that In My Feelings challenge? Well, on this day, the National Transportation Safety Board urged people to stop jumping out of their cars for the In My Feelings challenge. That was the viral video challenge where people danced to Drake's song outside of their moving car. That happened on this day, July 23rd, in our history.
Didn't something bad happen to somebody who was doing that?
I think some people got
some people died.
run over. I don't know if people passed away.
Died, but I just know that it was, that's what happens when you jump out of your moving car to
Don't always take all the challenges. Make sure you look into them. The Olympics are starting Friday night. Clyde Drexler, who is on the 92 team, is selling his gold medal, which is amazing. That's going to hit the auction. I am surprised he's doing that. I don't think he has any financial problems, but he is selling his gold medal from the 92 U.S. men's team, and he won. They're thinking it's going to go for about $250,000 opening bid around there. But I am shocked that he's selling it.
If he's not hurting for cash, and why would you do that?
I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm surprised that he is selling it. But I think a lot of people would definitely want it to get it, their hands on a gold medal.
Is it a protest thing? Protesting the
No,
Olympics,
I don't think so. No,
USA or something?
No, I just read that he's selling it, and it's surprising because most people, obviously, they're very hard to get. Players who won them, keep them your whole life.
Yeah.
And I know you had a story about the British diver who talked about the accommodations.
Well, so that's obviously going around again. Now you had that. Do you have a little bit more on that?
Yeah, he did, I guess, a video.
Well, I got his reaction, but you had a story about the people were complaining again because all the Olympic athletes are on those cardboard beds.
Yeah.
Right? So the rumors going around you can't have sex on them or you can't do anything on them because they're all flimsy and everything. Well, it appears that is incorrect. And I believe that was debunked at the last time that they did the Olympics and they had these same cardboard beds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got audio, and I'll let him tell you about it. But this is Irish gymnast Rise McGlenigan, something like that. So he posted a video of him jumping up and down on the bed and doing all kinds of stuff on it. So here, I'll play that for you, and you make your own decision.
I'm at the Paris Olympic Games, and they once again have these cardboard anti-sex beds. When I tested them last time, they withstood my testing. Maybe I wasn't rigorous enough, though. Nope, they passed the test. It's fake. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Is he jumping on it? Is that what he's doing? Okay, I haven't watched the video.
Jumping the way you would think too. I mean, I know that this doesn't translate very well on radio as far as the that being a video, but the fact is he's actually on it and jumping up and down to where super high. He's getting a lot of lift and. He even does a flip on it and lands on the bed. So, I mean, they're perfectly fine and sturdy. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't know. I guess people just like to start that rumor around each time.
When you hear it's made out of cardboard, you're like, how cheap can they be? But I also think about how many Olympians they have to house, and it's probably the most affordable way to do it. And as you mentioned, obviously, that's very, very sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you would think the countries and the Olympics have enough money. You got to give these athletes a good bed. How are they going to perform? Can't sleep on cardboard. That sucks.
It's got a mattress.
Yeah, exactly. So it is technically the frame, I believe, is cardboard.
Yeah, basically. That's all.
It's just sturdy. So speaking of the Olympics, I don't know if any of us are shocked, but yes, Team USA has won the most Olympic medals by far. So when it comes to the all-time medal count of the modern Olympic Games, Team USA is what they say the runaway winner. Since the modern-day Olympics began in 1896, I love they call that modern day, the United States leads all nations in the number of medals. They said it looks like 2,629 total medals in the Summer Games alone.
Oh, all right.
They said coming in distant second for total medals in the Summer Game is former Soviet Union with 1,010. So not even close, right, to what we have. Team USA also holds a record for the most gold medals with 1,061, way ahead of former Soviet Union, which was only 395. The U.S. dominates in silver and bronze medals as well, 830 total silver medals to USSR's 319, Great Britain 318, and 738 bronzes compared to Great Britain's 314. And we're just talking Summer Games only. They said when including Winter Olympics, the U.S. has a total of 2,959 medals, which is far surpassing the second place, which is still former Soviet Union at 1,204.
And
so
they've missed
still
a few
bringing
Olympics.
it home.
They've missed a few, but not close enough that it would even matter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. Great for Team USA. Hopefully the men's, like I said, they can get the gold in the basketball. People last couple of days are very thinking different about it because they had two very close games. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and they're just not hustling enough, maybe not playing enough. But yeah, the last two games they have not played well.
Well, even though they're pros, they still got to sync up together. They got to get their their style of play together. They're not all on the same team here. They're not constantly playing with each other on that team as a team.
Very
so
true.
that matters.
It does, because I bet you these other countries probably play all the time together,
for
these
years.
teams.
For years.
Yeah.
They play for years.
Yep. So just because you got a bunch of professionals doesn't mean that they will play well together.
Yeah.
Normally they do. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's still the Olympics haven't begun yet.
The women, I think they've won 8 in a row gold medals in basketball. So they've done very well. But we just had such a huge advantage in this sport for the last 30, 40 years, 50 years, that nobody even thinks they're going to come close. But like Kerr said, the coach of the U.S. team, the gap is closed, and these guys are good, and they're practicing all year round, and they got teams. Like Jimmy just said, it's been known that, the players for USA, they only get together 2 weeks before in Vegas. So that could change. And the only way that changes is if they lose. Like if they don't get a gold medal, then they might say to them, well, you know what? You guys got to train more than 2 weeks, maybe 3 or a month. But I don't know if they'll get the stars to do that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, right? I mean, because obviously they have their professional careers and everything. The NBA, I mean, it's kind of difficult when you're putting pretty much an all-star team together, right? Is what we're doing, is sending them over there to represent us. And I don't know how you combat that, because you can't just have them dedicated solely for the Olympics for 4 years.
No, you can't. They can maybe make them practice a little longer, maybe 2 weeks more. That's about it. That's the only thing you could do. And again, these guys are going out there obviously to play for our country, to win a gold medal, to represent and do all stuff like that. So we'll see. It's a huge thing, obviously, and these guys want to do. And for a lot of the NBA players, it's after a full season, so they're burnt out too. The couple of Celtics that are on there, they just got done with their finals. But yeah, I'd be surprised if they didn't medal, and I think they'll win. I really do. But I think they're gonna have a couple tests. I don't think it's gonna be 40 points like they usually do.
I think that's another good point too, is the fact that some of these guys are just getting done with the
gassed.
season. So they don't have a lot of rest.
Yeah, and I think some of them are gassed, and the NBA players who, most of these guys have at least made the playoffs, they're off about 5-6 weeks.
What's the end of the regular season? Sometime in June, right?
No, regular season ends in early May, because then you get the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The finals.
So some guys, if they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. Some guys are done then, and then like the Celtics, they just ended in June. So I mean, it's not that much. It's a couple weeks, but it's like I said, I still think they win. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. I saw an article about people who are in shape and go to the gym. What do you think the amount of money they spend a year on their body? And that includes trainers, gym, and food. Average.
I don't know. That's a lot. Well, you're adding trainers too?
Yeah.
Well, they said it's a combination. It could be a trainer. It could be.
Yeah, but if you just go in the gym on your own and you don't have a trainer, it's completely different. The trainers are the pricey part.
Yeah, well, they said about an average for the person.
A year? Ugh.
I
don't know. What do you think?
I have no idea what a trainer gets. That's the problem.
You can get a cheap trainer, or you can get a good trainer.
Yeah.
Typically, it's like $100
an hour, right?
An hour, yeah.
The figure's
it depends how often are you using a trainer. I know. I don't. Just tell me. I don't know.
1,200.
I was gonna say with all that, with the food and everything too. Like, where are they shopping? Are they organic, Whole Foods? I know they're trying to eat all healthy and stuff, but it just truly depends.
Yeah, they said 1,200 is the average.
1,200.
That's what it said in this article.
For a year?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Not 12,000.
I said 1,200.
Wow.
$100 a month.
They said
that's one day a month with a trainer.
Maybe it was 12,000.
Oh my God! Do you even know what article? Do you have it in front of you?
I'll send it to you.
Oh my God!
Look it up, Franny.
Yeah, I'm just giving you false information.
Well, if you go to a gym, some gyms are what, $50 a month?
1,200 though, with food and a trainer.
They said it could be a combination of going to the gym,
but food
or
alone.
trainer. It doesn't mean you have to have all three. They said the average person spends $1,200.
So what? They're only spending $100 a month on groceries?
No, if you say that's one thing. Some people go to the gym and don't eat healthy. I know a lot of my friends go to the gym. They don't care what they eat.
1,200 just does not feel right.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh my God.
Well, the only thing I can say is like anything else, when you want to average something out. So
it's still
for
way low.
like me, when I was going, I wasn't doing anything special with diet, or eating. So
But
I
he
guess,
said-
do you really not count the food?
But Greek started it off with people who are in shape and are like into this. Like, that's how he started it. with that kind
How
of
much
person.
did you spend a year, would you say?
Lifestyle, like that's their lifestyle.
Because Jimmy would be in the
Hey,
category.
I mean, but if you're like, yeah, but I wasn't ever in shape. I wasn't in that category. So you're right, Freddie. With
That's
the
how
way
you
it was
started
started,
it.
but even for us, I mean, it was only $10 a month.
Yeah, no, it's very affordable. You can
Because-
find super affordable gyms, or you can spend $200 at a gym.
Yeah.
Depends on what you want to do. But you started it with people who that's their lifestyle and shape. That's how you started the question.
All right. So maybe I'm wrong.
Who cares?
Look it up.
Oh my! I can't because I don't even know what to look up. Send me the article. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sending it to you.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
Brandy.
If you have it, can you just read it?
I'm not looking it up now.
Effort?
I
What
don't
are you kidding me?
I don't want to give you accurate information.
I don't care about anybody. I mean, I just had to look up faucets. I had a lot going on
Oh
this
my
morning.
God.
877-927-6969. Want me to go to Buffalo?
No.
You want to drive to Buffalo together?
Buffalo, Colorado. Franny's going to Buffalo, Colorado.
How much would Franny have to get paid to be in a car with me for 20 hours to drive to Buffalo?
More than 1,200.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's low. Hey, that's low. Would you do it for 5,000?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks. That made me feel good. Just up, not back. Not
One
going-
way?
Yeah,
Just
that's
one
all we
way.
said. He just said to get there.
Are you gonna sleep the whole way?
Question is, will you make it?
Are you gonna sleep the whole way? Oh, you're missing a lot of sights. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God. 877-927.
Valium.
It does wonders. Oh my God. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Also, you can text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Bird!
What was that one? Birds! Birds, man.
You're yelling at a guess for something. I can't remember what we were playing.
The restaurant in Orlando. Was it Orlando? Or there was a restaurant. There was a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
You couldn't remember the name
That's
of
right.
it.
Birds,
And it's
yes.
Birds, right?
Because I
And
thought
you're
he just said birds.
And
Yes.
he goes, birds! And you go, you scared her.
Birds!
Yeah, that one.
Want to go to dinner at Burns? All right, we got some Florida stories. What are you, Jack?
We do.
Let me look at my article.
Oh, yeah. Please send that to me when you have a chance. Yes, we do have some Florida stories coming your way, including a guy that called the cops for a ride home when he shouldn't have. I'll let you know why you shouldn't have. Plus, a dirty burglar just wanted to take a shower. I get it. Sometimes you just feel gross and you want to take a shower. Plus, a drunk Florida man horrifies guests at a Marriott. I will give you those. Ooh, and I have a good one. This is one that Jimmy, you sent me, and so our buddy Kyle. They found suspicious white powder at the West Palm Beach City Hall. What was it? I'll tell you these details when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
Got something to say? Text us at 47142. Start your message with Real Radio. Standard data and message rates apply, and don't text while driving.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe it.
Woo!
Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
You'll find the entrance ramp from Southern Boulevard to northbound 95 closed for emergency repairs. And you'll find 6th Avenue South shut down due to ongoing construction, Grove Street to Congress Avenue. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Need a quick oil change? Hi, I'm Keaton. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You can stay in your car for a quality oil change in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. We make it easy. Drive in, drive out, drive happy. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand, it's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products, it's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Narosa Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Narosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
I'm John Morgan. When people stop me to ask, what's my case worth, here's what I tell them. All law firms are not the same at all. You see, the most important part of anyone's injury case is the firm you hire. The insurance company knows exactly which firms fight for full value and which firms will settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Our firm has recovered billions and billions and billions. $3 billion last year alone. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is Sheriff Rick Bradshaw with an important message. Hurricane season is here again, and I urge everyone to stay vigilant. Pay close attention to local weather updates and ensure your hurricane kits are prepared with the essentials that you need, like water, food, and medications. Remember, your safety is our priority, but let's stay safe together.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Get into summer with iHeart 80s. iHeart 80s goes commercial free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart 80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies remain partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Tuesday morning. We will start to see a few showers popping up near the coastline with thunderstorms developing as we move through the afternoon. Still dealing with a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so some heavy downpours and localized flooding would be our biggest threat out there throughout the day. Temperatures are back in the upper 80s later on into the afternoon.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join their growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. That's progressive.com/careers.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword grand at realradio921.com. That's grand. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in to R&R, baby, all the time. We appreciate you guys listening. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good morning.
Francis is here.
Hey, hey.
Thank God, because we need some Florida stories.
Florida. Florida. Did you say Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right, well, West Palm Beach City Hall was evacuated after something was found in the City Commission chamber yesterday. This is according to the fire department, They were saying that crews received a call about a suspicious white substance inside City Hall. It's like 8:30 in the morning. So, Chief said after checking surveillance video, it showed someone broke into the building and left the substance in the City Commission chamber. So, a hazardous material team was called to test the substance. It could be anthrax. You never know what a white powder is.
Yeah.
Police department took over the investigation. You want to guess what it was?
Baking soda.
It was cocaine.
No. I hate to say it.
Somebody left it there.
I hate to say it because I love the place. From Breakers?
Well, remember that 70 pounds was just found.
It was pretty close. Town Hall, Breakers. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to put 4 and 4 together and get 7.
Yeah. So whoever they had found out that because it led to evacuation because they were like, you don't know what it could be, right? They have video. They'll find out if it's somebody that worked in there. I don't know if they want to come back to work. We want to stay far, far away. Yeah, whoopsies. Then next up in your What the Florida, we have a drunk Florida man who, horrifying guest with his lewd behavior. They said that he showed up to the Marco Island Marriott. I bet it's really nice over there. And they said, and what a performance it was, according to this.
Bravo,
Guests were relaxing at the pool and having a good time, but then comes Alberto Hernandez, already hammered and ready to turn things up. And not in a good way, y'all. The police got a call about some loudmouth causing a scene at the pool. They roll up and find this drunk Florida man, Hernandez, wasted and off his rocker. Turns out 3 guests claimed that he'd snatched their phones. These guys said had wrapped their phones up, hit them inside a towel, and discreetly left them on a table because that's what you do while you're at a pool, so nobody could steal your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Hernandez saw what they were doing and thought it was a good idea to snatch them. Of course, they confronted him, and things got kind of loud and messy very quickly. They said while deputies were trying to sort out this phone-snatching drama, 2 women approached them with an even crazier story. The ladies said they were hanging out in the hotel hot tub, along with 7 other women. It's a crowded hot tub full of women.
Oh, wow.
9
Big hot
women
tub.
in a hot tub.
Now we know where to go, Jimmy.
And that's when Hernandez decided to show his goods.
To all 7?
And started playing with his fiddle. Yep.
Oh.
His own solo performance. Yeah. They said
What did he play?
They said, now do you think the actions of a drunk Florida man couldn't get worse?
Mozart?
They said Hernandez stood up, dropped
Training
his
men.
in front of the deputies this time. He stood up, dropped his bathing suit, flashing everyone around him. Needless to say, the cops had enough of the nonsense, and he was slapped with charges for exposing his genitals and for being drunk and disorderly, and was hauled off to cool down inside of a jail cell instead of the pool. Yep. Come on, dude. Can't do that stuff. Then next up in your What the Florida,
Man, we just got a lot of drunk people around here, huh? We have a Florida man who was on felony probation for a DUI already. Called 911 for a ride because he was drunk and stranded in the middle of nowhere after getting into a fight with his wife at 1 a.m. Deputies found him, but instead of taking him home, they took him to jail because, as it turns out, one of his conditions of his probation is that he is not allowed to drink any alcohol. Yeah, DUI, typically they slap that on you when you're on probation.
Yep, you can't drink
at
at all.
I'm drunk. Can you take me home? Yeah, dude's on probation for DUI. Can't drink.
Whoopsie.
And not just that. Why are you calling 911 for a ride home? Uber, taxi, Lyft. So many other options.
He's probably half in a bag. Obviously, doesn't even think.
And then finally, here, an accused burglar in Destin, Florida, may have felt a bit dirty because he broke into a woman's house at 5:30 a.m. and decided to take a shower in her master bathroom. The homeowner was able to hide in another bathroom and call for help, so she's home when this is going on. When police arrived, they found him still in the shower and led him outside in handcuffs, but allowed him to put on a towel first. Yeah, I wonder if she gets her towel back because that's hers, you know.
Keep it. I don't want it.
He has been charged with burglary and criminal mischief. So for once, the bad guy didn't get away clean.
Oh,
wacka.
Oh, my God, you're up for MVP.
And that is your With the Florida.
Great job. We do it twice a show, 11:05 and 1:05. Jimmy, I know you have some stories about people, which I find to be amazing, but it happens who get fired on their first day at work.
People that got fired, they were probably drunk. Maybe they called police for a ride home. But here is a bunch of stories. I just picked out some of the ones that I thought were a little bit funnier. But yeah, these are people, either they were the ones that got fired or somebody that they worked with, right? They were telling the story, but or they did the firing. Like the first one, I fired a guy who showed up 4 hours late on his first day.
Jeez.
When he showed up, he asked if he was still going to get paid for the job since the bill included 4 people and we did the job with 3. It was a moving company, by the way. I told him to walk home and not bother showing up the next day.
Am I still
4
going to
hours
get paid?
late.
I didn't do anything. Am I still going to get paid? Wow.
Another person said, I worked in a pizzeria. There was a new driver starting. When he came back from his first delivery, there were no other orders for him to take. So I told him that in between, he would have to do dishes and clean and do stuff like that. His reply, that's women's work.
Oh.
I don't do women's work. Guess what? You're right. You don't. At least not in this particular case, because your ass is fired. Another person had written in says, my friend was hired, but the next day the company announced layoffs. They hired the dude. The next day the company announced layoffs. Does that make sense?
No.
Of course, he was one of the first to go because he was one of the last ones hired.
He was just hired. Why even start?
It doesn't make any sense.
None.
He got lucky, though, because for one reason or another, they had to continue paying him for the next 2 months.
Oh, wow.
So I guess everybody automatically got a severance pay or something like that, but that's kind of strange. How do you be hired and then they have layoff? I don't get that. Another person wrote in, these are people that were fired on day one. A new kid came around. He was about 19 years old, and it was a warehouse job he started. Went out to buy, so on his first lunch break, he went out to buy some weed, and he got busted. As it turns out, he had a warrant. They had a warrant out for him, so he went to jail. Then he had the audacity to call us to come bail him out.
Wow.
New boss, can you come get me?
I want to see what kind of place this is. I'm a little bit of a jam. I want to see if you guys can come bail me out. I got arrested.
This one is just, right down the road of nepotism. I got fired on my first day. The reason, his best mate had just lost a job, so he fired me so he could hire his friend. That happens, right?
Still sucks.
It does. It does. Couple more stories here. These are people that were fired on day one. I was a pizza delivery guy at a family-owned Italian restaurant. They brought a guy in to help make pizzas. 2 hours into training, he started talking about wanting to bang the waitress. The waitresses were the daughters of the owner.
Ooh.
The guy teaching him how to make pizzas was the older brother.
Ooh.
I love how this last line ends. It goes, he was physically ejected from the building.
I just can see him picking him up by his shirt like you do in movies and just like tossing him out. Like, yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can't bang the hell. And if you do, don't tell anybody.
A super hot girl was hired at the Dick's Sporting Goods I worked at. She started at 10 a.m. and was fired at 2:30 p.m. the same day, along with the guy for banging in his stock room.
Oh, man.
Wow.
They both left with smiles on their faces, though.
Of course they did.
Well, it's important to have good relations with people you work with.
I tell you
That's
what.
what they're saying.
Hike. I had a buddy get hired as a valet downtown. On his first day, he was asked to park a pretty expensive luxury car and ended up running it into a concrete pillar in a parking garage. Pretty much got fired right on the spot. And the last story here for people that got fired on the first day, they called me and told me I was let go for not showing up on my first day, which was a surprise to me because I didn't realize I got the job.
That's funny.
It's kind of a strange one, huh? You're fired.
I guess you can't
was
be
hired?
I guess you can't be too upset about it because you're like, I didn't even know I had the job. I wonder if this person's going to be fired. I don't know if you saw this, but luckily nobody was injured, but the Wienermobile got in an accident.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
The Wienermobile.
No people or hot dogs were injured during it, but it did involve a rollover crash.
Wow.
Yeah, this happened in Illinois Monday morning. They said around 11:12 in the morning. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile and a Hyundai sedan were traveling north. The Wienermobile struck the sedan, so it was Wienermobile's fault. The lost control, they said, overcorrected and rolled onto the Hyundai's side. They said they did have to close down some of the highway for a bit during the traffic investigation, but it is very weird to see the Wienermobile on its side in the middle of the highway. Now, that's one of those things where it's like a competition for people to get to drive the Wienermobile across the country.
Yeah.
I think they have 6 of them. I've got to look into it.
Okay.
Yes.
'Cause I know it seems like once a year they put out some sort of a contest or something. And we often read it. There, at least the past couple of years, we've read it where they're hiring.
You gotta
There's a
win.
website you can go to try out
100%.
to be one of the drivers for it. Of course, there's all the
And you do all this
things that
social
go with
media
it. Yeah.
posts and all this stuff. But yes, so they're brand ambassadors and they drive Wienermobiles all across America. So here we go. Drivers travel maintain one of the 6. So there are 6 Wienermobiles traveling an average of 20,000 miles, visiting more than 20 states, and handing out 250,000 Wiener whistles throughout the year.
Want my wiener whistle?
Here, blow on this.
You want my wiener whistle?
Game ball. There's game ball. I can't top that. Game ball.
They also create content for the company's social media channels.
I'm sure they do.
Yes, they're called hot doggers is what they are. And they say the title is a rare and coveted position, unique to those seeking the adventure and once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm curious if this hot dogger is out. If they're like, dude, you just flipped one of our Wienermobiles. We can't have you drive this anymore. And if you want a little information, the Wienermobile weighs as much as 140,050 hot dogs. So they know how much it weighs.
Wow.
It has mustard and ketchup seats, hot dog-shaped dashboard, a removable bun roof,
Oh, wow.
and a ketchup walkway, and an official Wiener jingle horn.
What does that sound like?
Bite me.
And they said that although there are no hot dogs are on the vehicle, it can store up to 11,000 Wiener whistles, and that's what they have on there to give out.
Wow, so they're just driving down the road throwing out whistles.
Throwing out Wiener whistles.
Yeah, blow
Yeah.
on this.
Yep.
877-927-6969. Have you ever had a wiener whistle? Let us know. Give us a call. Or you can text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
I had my dad joke moment this morning because one of our listeners, JJ, he sent the article on that and with the images that went along with it. And of course, my reply was, I bet the driver was hot dogging it.
Wow, that was good.
I got the old face palm back.
Oh, that was pretty good. He was hot dogging it. Franny, I know you have an article or a topic on worst messages you could leave on a dating site.
Yeah, like if you want to get a response back, maybe not leave these messages, whether it's a guy or girl you're sending it to, but people did come up with things that they have received and they're like, why? Don't do that. It's like sending a D pic. And that includes send pic. So yes, worst messages to send someone on a dating app. when you message someone, right? It can be kind of tricky. If you say the wrong thing, then
You're done.
maybe that possible match disappears.
How about this one?
Hey, sweet ass. Last night was fantastic.
Well, see, they already had hooked up, though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count.
yeah.
They already hooked up.
How about this one?
Hey, smell my finger.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll work.
Don't leave that.
All right,
Just asking.
You got any other ones?
Oh, here we go. Here's a good one.
Hey, honey, why don't you turn around and show me the Lower East Side?
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some that are a big no, and these are the ones that they say you should cross off your list.
Okay.
Send me pics. Don't send pics. Don't.
Yeah.
Even just the eggplant emoji. Things that you shouldn't send on dating app. Somebody said this one line, "Hey sexy, what's your number?" They weren't down with that. Do you like bad boys? Yep. Without me, after the match says they're headed to the shower. Yeah, the good old cheesy line, did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
And then people don't like that, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a compliment.
Another one,
Hey, bud, let's party.
another one, just what are you wearing? They said that they don't like that when you send it.
I wonder why.
Yep.
You're just meeting somebody. You can't be saying that.
I think this one, I think my Spotify is broken. You're not listed in the hottest singles.
Wow.
That's actually a little creative.
It is
I kind of
actually
like
funny.
that.
I agree.
I like that one. It's not terrible.
I would hate it as much as these people. They put it on the list, but I was like, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, but send pics was number one. Eggplant emoji. Hey, sexy, what's your number? Do you like bad boys? Let's see. Does your mate on your profile pic have IG? Oh, by that, because it's probably done by UK, it probably means does your friend on your profile pic have an IG?
Oh.
Like asking if somebody else, yes. All right.
Hello, Franny.
It's creepy. Just a plain old DTF, question mark. They said they're not down with either. Imagine what our children would look like. Lines that say, yes.
Geez, that's. Damn.
Somebody else said that they've heard I have serious codependency issues. Another one, they don't like to hear, why are you single? I think a lot of people, especially when it comes from family, why are you single?
Family and friends, but even when you're dating, if you just meet somebody and they say, I mean, I don't know, you could be like, I just haven't met the right person.
This one.
Holy shit, it's good to see you.
Can I hear that again? I missed it.
Franny? Holy shit, it's good to see you.
This one, tell me why I should go on a date with you.
Because I'm paying you.
Yep. Another one, simple and late at night. You up? You know what that means. Yep.
It could mean they just want to chat, though, maybe. Or did you see Sports Center?
When somebody says, can I add you on my Insta or Snapchat, they automatically mean they probably want to send you some dirty pictures.
Sure.
Uh-huh. Let's see. That's the fire emoji. It doesn't bother me that much. But those are the 30 things, and I didn't list all of them because some were kind of silly, but things that they say just don't send on dating apps.
I love you, Franny.
Wow, we got a lot of those.
Too soon.
Wow. We got a lot of those.
And another new thing that I did see is that if you are a person on Tinder, that now it can pick the profile for you, your profile pic. So it is introducing an AI-powered feature called Photo Selector, and it helps users choose the best pic for their profile.
Oh, that's cool.
So it uses facial recognition to curate a diverse selection of images, aiming to increase your chances of finding a match.
So it goes through your gallery and finds the best one that it feels would be. And you know what? A year ago, I might have thought of that and laughed at it. But nowadays, when what we've seen the AI can do, I bet it would come up with the best one.
They said the process is conducted on the user's device and doesn't require the user to upload their camera roll to Tinder systems. They said the rollout is for iOS and Android devices is set to begin this month, so I don't know if it has already. But yeah, I mean, if you're one that just, especially if you're just like, oh, I don't look good, and you're just so nitpicky about yourself, and you truly could look great, that you're kind of like an unbiased. They're finding the best one for you via AI, your photo.
And you go with it because you're like, okay, this is what Day is saying, and this is the best one. And a lot of people do have a difficult time picking out photos. They're not sure how do they look. Is this the best picture? Is this a good look for me? What to put in the background, stuff like that. So maybe if obviously the machine can do it for you, you'd probably say, okay, I'm going to go with that. It's different. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call.
Another thing not to say on the one of those apps.
Drop your pants, turn around, and lean forward.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know. That might be successful with something.
All right.
I like that one.
Okay. All right.
Can I hear that again?
Sure, yeah.
Drop your pants, turn around, and lean forward.
It's a good icebreaker.
The dream come true.
And at the end of the day, sometimes it just doesn't even matter. You can leave the craziest thing, goofiest thing, and somebody might hit you back. Depends on the person or who you're leaving it for. I mean, it really is. And you can leave something innocently. Like the one, you're up. Like I thought that wasn't bad. Like if you want to say maybe we could talk.
Well, that was like an introductory type of a thing, if I'm not mistaken. A message.
I mean, yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, everybody's got different things, and everybody has different...
I think people, when they hear you're up, especially late night, I think automatically they're looking for a booty call.
Okay.
That's just my assumption.
All right. No, I'm not arguing. I always thought it was maybe we get to know each other a little bit more, talk, have some tea, stuff like that, roll a joint together.
Yeah.
Just see if we have any chemistry.
Or if you're Greek.
I pissed away all my money, believe it or not.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. It's Pacino.
I know. It's definitely Pacino. Oh, my God. Let me do that again.
I pissed away all my money, believe it or not.
Oh, my God. 877. It's a movie, but
Sunday. Any given Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think he was in a bar in South Beach talking to some young girl, and she was talking, or Jim Brown. Was it Jim Brown or it was her?
I think he was talking to Jamie Foxx's character at that point in the locker room, right? It was sort of a pep, just one piece of the pep talk that he was giving them. Yeah,
it was one of that was a good one. It definitely was. 877-927-6969.
Oh, how about this?
I love dicks.
Yeah. Speaking of Dick Sporting Goods.
Can I get that as a ringtone? Could you send it to me?
Do not send it to him.
Jimmy, just let me try it out. My phone's ringing.
Look at that.
I love dicks.
Yeah. I got to call you back.
Bitch hung up on me.
Oh, my God. That's a new ringtone. Oh, my God. 877-927-6969. If you want that to be your ringtone, let us know. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Funny stories of people you know, or maybe you got fired on your first day. You can give us a call about that. You can also email Jimmy at realradio921.com. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. It's a Fat Tuesday. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
That's right, Big Daddy.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
There's a person trying to cross the street. They're in one of those little scooters that you can shop in.
Okay.
The person's missing their left leg, and apparently it's recent because when I saw them trying to walk afterwards,
still bleeding.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
You'll find the entrance ramp from Southern Boulevard to northbound 95 closed for emergency repairs. And you'll find 6th Avenue South shut down due to ongoing construction, Grove Street to Congress Avenue. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250 keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Hey, it's Franny. Want the most money for your used car? GimmeTheVin.com will beat CarMax, your dealer, even your brother's best friend, Joey. Don't believe me? Check their thousands of reviews online, and they are 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau. From $2,000 to $200,000, they give you top dollar, quick transactions, and free pickup. Now is the time to sell your car, truck, or exotic today at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This July 26th through 28th, get ready for an event that will inspire and empower Christians across America. The Believers Summit is coming to West Palm Beach, Florida. This summit is more than just a gathering. It's a mission to stand courageously for truth, embracing the Here I Am spirit of readiness and obedience to God's call. Join an inspiring lineup of speakers including Charlie Kirk, Jensen Franklin, Ali Stuckey, Eric Metaxas, Sage Steele, and many more. Register now for 25% off using code WPBLOCAL at tpusafaith.com/believers. Here's a surprising fact. More than half of men over 40 experience some degree of erectile dysfunction. Yes, it's more common than you may think. ED can be a sign of a more serious health condition, such as diabetes or heart disease. So if your partner is distant or having trouble in the bedroom, encourage him to speak to his doctor about it. Understand it's not your fault. Learn more about ED, its causes and treatment options by visiting edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. There, you can find a board-certified urologist in West Palm who specializes in treating erectile dysfunction beyond medication and access an ED assessment. If your partner has tried pills or injections and hasn't gotten results, it's time to learn about a permanent solution that's proven to be safe, reliable, effective, and satisfying. Visit edcure.org. That's edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. Sponsored by Boston Scientific.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets StormSmart. Since 1996, StormSmart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty. That the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah!
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep. Dave's feeling it, but it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain with iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Capital One. At the WNBA All-Star presser last weekend, League Commissioner Kathy Engelbert said the W is considering expanding its regular season to 44 games next year, the most allowed under the current CBA. Teams played 28 games in the league's first season in '97, 34 in '03, 36 in 2022, and expanded to 40 games per season both last year and this year. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcast.
With the Venture Card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 2x miles on every purchase. Plus, earn unlimited 5x miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
All right, so we're talking about this cocaine story at the town hall. I got a couple of issues here. All right, first, they're claiming that a guy broke in and dropped this substance. Okay, right now you're telling me that there's no alarm system at the town hall that works correctly, and there's no alarm system on the council chambers doors that he broke into as well, where he dropped this stuff. Seems like a security risk, and maybe they should call the Secret Service for some help.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I don't know if that's a great idea, but we'll see. Jeremy, always appreciate you guys getting involved with the show and your opinion on everything we do. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hello, hello.
And it's time for a Greek Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek Trifecta.
Aaron Rodgers is speaking to the media a little bit more every day. Yesterday, he was talking on a podcast about his absence at the minicamp. And they also alluded to the play they got hurt on. There was a wide receiver open right away, and he should have passed it to him. He didn't. He was hoping something else was going to develop down the field. And he said, that's my biggest regret. I should have passed it to him, and I wouldn't have got injured. Rodgers and the Jets, there seems to be some problems with him and the front office. I don't know how this is going to affect the team. The over-under on the Jets is 9.5. If Rodgers stays healthy, I think you got to bet the over. I would. The NBA is done, but the Olympics is full of NBA stars, and they played again yesterday. They beat Germany by 4. LeBron James took over the last couple of minutes and scored 20 points. Also, LeBron has been elected to carry the U.S. flag in the opening ceremonies for our great country. LeBron going for another gold medal. Yankees and Mets, 2 games. It's going to be the Subway Series. Always exciting when those guys play each other. Mets and the Yankees for a 2-game series. Should be interesting. Judge has so far 35 home runs. He's on pace to hit 56 for the season. He's having an MVP season. He is the favorite, along with Ohtani, to win the most valuable players. Judge won it 2 years ago. Last year was injured, got hurt against the Dodgers. His foot didn't have a good season, but he's back. And, you know, he's one of the reasons in Minnesota that the Yankees are where they are, in second place behind the Orioles, but very close. And that is your Greek Trifecta. Peace.
Thank you. So a couple texts from, we were talking how porn was more rewarding than gaming, gambling, or money, to the Wienermobile getting in an accident, and people really enjoyed the Wiener whistle. So
Wiener whistle.
We're going to start at 47142. That's a text line. You have to start it off with Real Radio. It says, well, porn is free on the internet, and everyone loves free, right? If it's free, it's
True.
for me. That's what
True.
they say. However, gaming on my PlayStation 5 is way better than porn, LOL. Also, gambling is way too expensive. So no cheap thrill there.
So we got that. Also have when it comes to it with money or gaming, you don't have, I'm not going to, God, why don't I read these ahead of time? Says, how many times have you walked through a casino and seen somebody pleasuring themselves at a slot machine? I can say I actually never seen it before.
I've never
Three
seen it.
times at best.
I've never
At the most.
seen that before. so-
Jimmy, 3 times. That's
Wow.
impressive.
At the most.
He's looking for it, though.
Okay. A lot goes by me.
We also have Thank You, PH. Wiener Whistle is my new band name, all right? And then somebody goes, Franny, I've never heard a Wiener Whistle, but I've seen a taco smile. Me too, Taco Bell.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
When you look at that, when you look at one, whatever. Pickup line. Even though we didn't ask for these. We'll get them anyways.
We'll take them.
Well, maybe because these are things on Tinder you shouldn't say
Yeah.
to start off with. It says...
That almost sounded like a pickup line,
Yeah.
so I'm not surprised
So it
that
says,
we went here.
Pickup line. I'm so jealous of your heart right now because it's pounding inside of you, and I'm not. So thank you for participating. I think 47142.
Want to say that again slow?
Start it up. Nope. Real radio. You're just jealous of your heart. You can take it from there. Just jealous of your heart right now.
Because when it first comes out, you were like, why? You're jealous of my heart. And then you hear the second part, and you're like, okay.
Yes. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Now there's no segue to get into this, but there are, I guess, ups and downs. Following the ups and downs of politics can cause a lot of stress in people. And after a few recent events, some are feeling a bit more anxious than ever.
3
right?
more months.
Well, we have President dropping his bid for re-election, the assassination attempt that happened to our former president. I mean, things have been pretty crazy, and they say stress levels are a lot higher than ever.
Yep.
And we still have more than 4 months, G-Man.
Is it 4?
Until the November election.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
So that's why it's important to find ways to manage all that election stress, they call it.
Porn? Is this how you're tying it all in?
No, nothing about porn.
Okay.
Yeah, so our brains like to know what to expect, right? This is how we normally work.
Yes.
And so this is one more thing that's changed for a lot of people, and it triggers a lot of turmoil. So according to experts, they recommend to keep political uncertainty from taking a toll on your mental health. This is what you should do. This is what they recommend. So they start with this. Master your morning. Licensed clinical professionals. But one lives by this motto. If you can master your morning, you can master your day. To do this, she suggests doing some quick stretching exercises, writing down something you're grateful for, and coming up with a new source of gratitude each day. So this is something, and we talked about this a lot, the whole gratitude,
Sure.
and if you can meditate. I know not everybody can get into it, but they do actually says it helps calm your mind.
Even if you write something down.
Mm-hmm. Take a break from news alerts. It's good for our mental health to take breaks from watching the news.
Mm-hmm.
They said, go for a walk, do something else active when you step away, but don't just be glued to the TV or the web or whatever. Focus.
Disconnect, like they say, a lot of times.
Focus on what's not changing. When it's unpredictable, right, that's a major source of stress from politics and other things. So try focusing on things that aren't changing in your life. Think of what's consistent that you can count on to help you feel more in control. Because this is something that you want to feel like you're in control of, but sometimes you're not. Yep. Channel your stress. Many individuals get a sense of purpose and strength by channeling their anxiety into action. So that includes things like volunteering at the polls, canvassing, protesting, and attending a town hall and being part of a group can give you a sense of community. So you're still being involved in a way, but it's a positive way. They're saying you're strengthening this by channeling your anxiety into action when it comes to politics. Go on a media cleanse. It even sounds like the same thing when taking a break from news alerts, but it says even besides just changing the channel, taking a one-day break from looking at the news or social media can help you focus on other things. So it's not just, walking away for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to stay away from it for a whole day if you can.
I think that's good.
I don't think a lot of people can.
No, but I think it's good. Well, with your phone, and it's always coming up, and you're getting alerts, and people are talking to you, and you're getting text. Like, did you see what just happened?
Speaking of take a break, I didn't know this was an option, and I think it's actually called take a break. Listen, I don't care who you're going to vote for. If you're my friend, you're going to be my friend. I do not let your political views and my political views get in the way. I never do. And I've never understood that. And it is so divisive, and you can see it on Facebook, and
And
when
dating, too.
I see those posts like that are just so mean and just malicious and just to me it's so uncalled for at this time, because normally when we're not in this political environment, something so heated, the people are typically okay that I see and maybe I'm friends with. But when I see that they get that, there is an option, just because I don't want to completely unfriend you, because I'm hoping you'll be back to normal eventually, where it's an option when you click on it. I think it says take a break. So you can actually take a break from people on social media so you don't see their feed. So I've been doing that a lot lately because it's just getting too much. I just go on there and they can't see that you have unfriended them, but I'm taking a break from you now.
It's a snooze, right?
Yeah.
Or at least that's what I see on Facebook.
Yep.
You can snooze somebody for 30 days so you won't see any of their posts.
Yep.
And
And
I've had to do it too.
I've been doing it. I'm just like, I just need a break.
There are people with dating. Like I have a couple of my friends, male and female. They will not date somebody unless they have the same views. I mean, to me, I don't care either way. But man, I mean, very strong about it, and will not. And
Well, if you have it, you could say it's not just politics. It could be other things too, right? You know, if you have a very strong feeling about maybe even a sports team, I mean, that can divide people too. You know, I mean, if you're not willing to, at least have, see the fun side of sports, but you get somebody. I've seen it out there. I mean, you're not compatible that way. But politics is obviously, religion is another one where it's very, very strong that people have, and I mean, it's really been an unprecedented political cycle
For a
election
while.
year.
Yeah.
This year has really been different, especially after the assassination attempt. I mean, that a lot of people showed their true colors after that, and I tell you what, it really disappointed me.
I'm sure. I mean, because you're hearing things and seeing things you can't believe. But I mean, even if you go out with somebody and say you have a good first date, and then maybe that doesn't come up, and then and then you find out whatever they are, Republican, Democrat, who cares? But you'll be like, I'm not going to see them. I know people will not see the person again, and I'm like, why? You had a good date. Why not go out again? Does it really matter? But I guess to people it does, and that's a huge issue. And it's hard to meet somebody you get along with and that you like. But if you're going to let politics get involved, that's not going to be a good thing. 877-927-6969. Unplugging is a good thing in all aspects, just not even in politics, but just anything that's causing you stress. And like Franny said, sometimes you say, now when you put on their snooze, or does the person aware of that? Did they see that? Like
I don't believe so.
Oh, no?
No.
Okay, so they think they're sending you messages and you're seeing them?
Oh, you can still get messages.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing their activity and stuff like that when it comes to the thread and posts and stuff.
Okay. Right. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to get involved with the show. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142 about any opinion you guys have. Also, we had yesterday pickup lines, but also things you should not leave, messages you should not leave on dating sites. Also, you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Those are all the ways you guys can get involved with the show. Don't forget, you got a chance to win $1,000 13 times a day. And that's with the keyword. So haven't mentioned it in a little while. You guys have to step up, and we want a winner on Real Radio. Come on, somebody get $1,000. Are you kidding me? Who doesn't want $1,000?
Yeah, we do. Also, don't forget on our Instagram, we have our Instagram giveaway. You just got to give us a follow at Real Radio 921 on Instagram. You will see it right there and what's up for grabs. It gives you all the instructions, by the way, on what you have to do in order to be in the running for a very cool fathead. This is officially licensed Florida Panthers Stanley Cup champions. Wall decals are super cool. So iHeartRadio teamed up with our good friends over at Fathead to offer you a chance to win these huge life-size Fathead wall decals from one of the players from the Florida Panthers. So if you've not been in there, you got to check it out. These are super cool. We've actually seen them in person ourselves right here in our offices. We have them up on the wall. So if you are a Florida Panthers fan, or maybe you know somebody in your life, this would be a great gift too.
Yeah, and I'm not real familiar with all the different styles of fatheads out there, but not only are these fatheads like your one big giant life size of one of your favorite players. But there's also a lot of smaller ones too, with just the Panthers logo and their names and stuff. It's really, really a cool prize, and that was really awesome that Andrew was able to hook us up with some of these, and you're gonna love that. Go to our Instagram page, Real Radio 921. Want to take a phone call?
Yes.
We got Scott. We had Scott checking in with us, and Scott hung up. So sorry about that.
All right, Scott. You can call back if you want at 877-927-6969. Still waiting to hear back from Riggs, whether or not he's an attorney. I found that hard to believe yesterday, but we'll see. Maybe Riggs, if you're out there listening, give us a call from Cincinnati. Pete Davidson was talking that he's done a lot of drugs in his life, and some serious drugs and pills and everything. He said, but he's never given up weed. That's the one thing he's never going to give up. But he's done a lot of drugs, he said. Is that Pete?
He doesn't do that anymore.
No.
No,
He gave that one up. Okay.
Inhaling. Now that's all he's doing.
Yeah, he said he's not doing that.
What they call that California sober, when everybody, like, when you quit everything except weed. I think that's the term that they use.
Oh, is
like
it?
a lot of people who've quit drinking and drugs, but they still smoke marijuana.
Okay.
I think that's the term is California sober.
Oh, wow.
All right. Neat.
Yeah, Pete says he's not giving that up. That's the one thing he's not giving up. And he did say in this article, and it was a podcast, and he said, I've done every serious drug you can think of, and that's one I'm not giving up. He likes the marijuana, and he likes the women, too. He's had a nice all-star list that he's dated over the years, but he said that's one drug that he is definitely not giving up. Chris Brown had a concert on Friday night, and there were some people backstage waiting to meet Chris Brown. After the show, I guess they won some special contest, and ended up they got into a fight with Chris Brown and his entourage, and these four guys got beat up severely. So now they're suing Chris Brown and Live Nation for over $50 million. This happened Friday night, which was probably a meet and greet. I don't know how the hell that happened, but it ended up being in a fight, and these guys really got beat up pretty bad. Again, they're throwing out a number. They're suing. That's probably not what they're going to get, but they're trying to make it as high as they can. But four guys got beat up pretty bad by Chris Brown and his entourage. They're saying Chris Brown was involved, too.
Yeah, they said he was participated in it.
Yeah.
And they say directed the incident.
Oh, wow.
And these are people who went to go see him and paid good money to watch him.
Yeah, and they were backstage to get to meet him.
They want a restraining order against the defendants, too.
Yeah, crazy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you would think, like, if you're backstage and if you're backstage with somebody, it's either a special program, somebody, maybe in a record group or him or a friend, or you won some kind of a contest, you would think, like, why would that break out? And they're friends, obviously, because they want to, they're going to see him and they want to see him and meet him backstage. But they said the four guys got beat up pretty bad, which is obviously a bad thing. And Chris Brown, not a great look for him. He's been quiet for a while, but yeah, not a great look for him as far as getting into a fight with his entourage and these four guys who are now suing him and Live Nation. $50 million, which is a crazy amount. Jimmy, who do we have?
We got our buddy Riggs checking in with us. You put out the bat signal, he called. Hey, Riggs, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, guys? I was just listening in, and I was surprised to hear my name.
You called yesterday, and then when you hung up, Franny said that, are you an attorney?
I am.
Wow.
Yeah,
Shocked.
Greek said he didn't know what you were, and I know you've mentioned it a handful of times. Even Jimmy said yes, and for some reason, Greek didn't want to believe us. So he had to hear it from you.
No, I'm surprised. I thought you were.
I love it. I'm shocked.
I'm absolutely stunned.
Yeah.
I met Nutter's wife. No, I thought you worked for a pharmaceutical company.
I wish, but I don't.
Oh, what kind of law do you practice?
You have a different rig. I do bank law.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I used to have my own practice, and I moved into in-house at a financial institution.
Oh, wow, that's cool. All right. So Francis and Jimmy were right.
I told you this one before.
I was shocked.
Well, we weren't right. We just listen when people talk.
I listen.
To what?
Well, I can't really see Riggs. I mean, if I got to see it, then I probably would listen.
He can't hear you unless he can see Riggs. That's how it works.
Or more specifically, that W-2.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. If you needed something from it, you'd remember it real good.
Of course. Why would I ask you if I didn't remember? I mean, I'm not going to go to a shoe shine and get it at a dentist office. I'm going to ask you if I think you can help me. It's pretty simple, Riggs. Come on, you know how it works. What's up, buddy?
Exactly. I'm the same way as you are.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, that, and then I was gonna chime in on that. Yesterday, I got another call, so I couldn't. But you're talking about them blocking certain websites around the country.
Yeah,
if it has a certain rating, and that's taking a lot of getting a lot of attention in the legal field as well. Is because is that a way to censor free speech, and the way you go and give the ability of a government now to basically screen out a whole section of type of speech. That's what I see. That I see that as an expression of people expressing themselves, even though in a way that a lot of society doesn't approve. Like, what happens next if they say, hey, anything that is not in accordance with Christian religious beliefs should be banned as well? So now you cannot access any more like Satan or gory websites. Like, legislating and blocking morality is a dangerous precedent. So I disagree with it wholeheartedly.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, like you said, it starts someplace and then it continues on. It's a slippery slope and a lot of stuff like that. And you never know where it's going to end up.
Yeah, and not just that, but also, I mean, it disrupts the natural balance that most long-term marriages have, You have to...
Wow. Hope your wife's not listening. So you're saying without porn.
I have to have porn.
So without porn, you're saying that a lot of marriages would dissolve quicker, you think?
I mean, either that or you have to pay for your VPN scrambler, which is what's happening.
Wow, you know a lot about this. You're pretty good. What do you think? What do you think the percentages of guys who are married or have a serious girlfriend that the girlfriend's or wife does know the guy's on porn? A lot. Think it's high percentage?
I don't. Yeah, I would say so, and I think it's high. And at first, people may be shy a little bit about it, but once you accept that it's just a normal thing to do, then people don't care. I mean, get off your high horse already.
So does your wife know about your addiction?
I don't know that she's like it's not even addiction. Firstly, I think it's just something that one may consume every once in a while. Like, why does it have to be?
But does she say once in a while? Does she know?
Is an addition.
Does she know?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine.
I don't hide it or anything.
All right. Do you ever put a note on the door like watching porn, come back 10 minutes later?
What I like to do, Greek, is turn it on in like a big computer and do my house chores as it's playing in the background.
Wow, that's impressive.
I'm kidding.
Wow, that's really wow.
There's a couple vacuum jokes there. We'll let go.
Oh my God.
Well, maybe you know this, there, Riggs.
Can I ask you a question about girls? What's knuckle dunk?
Yeah, any idea? Any idea?
Oh my God! You don't even need a dishwasher at your house. If you're watching porn on the big screen, that is unbelievable.
I'm kidding.
I know you're kidding.
Everybody's so serious here.
No, we're not. There's nothing serious here. Believe me. It's like opening a box of Lucky Charms. You never know what you're going to get. But I mean, again, hats off to Franny and Jimmy who listened and said you were returning. I don't know why. I thought you worked for a pharmaceutical company. Maybe because you smoke pot. I don't know why.
I don't think I do that either, but okay.
Oh, you don't smoke pot? I thought you were a big pot smoker.
I knew it. Seems like he knows nothing about you.
Yeah.
So your name is Riggs. And you live in Cincinnati.
I enjoy your calls. I can tell you that. I do enjoy your calls on a regular basis, and I look forward to them. That I can tell you, and I'm not kidding at all.
It is almost like you smoke. Like it's like every day is a new day of the same.
No, I don't smoke or drink, but I might try because at least you can blame bad decisions on stuff like that.
Yeah,
something my dad always said. He goes, "We can't even blame these friggin' decisions on drugs or alcohol." He used to always say that to him, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I know. I wish I did, but I don't." But I don't know. And people have said if I did, it might be a little bit too out of control in a lot of different ways. How's the weather in Cincinnati?
It's beautiful, like mid to high 70s, barely sunny. Played some soccer last night. It was just a great day.
Cool.
I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
All right, Riggs, we always appreciate you checking in with us. Thanks for clearing up. I told Franny that you were an attorney, and she didn't believe it. She thought you worked at Amazon. I was like, he's an attorney.
She never listens.
I know.
I got to work on it. You're right.
I tell you what. Next time you call Roger, let us know what you like to do for fun.
Riggs, would you ever get involved in politics?
I would, but I'd likely screen out because of my certain habits that I have.
All right. I just want to see if you're going to maybe throw your hat in that presidential race.
No,
maybe.
No, I asked around, and they kind of put me through the screener, and they're like, nope, you can't make it, they said.
All right, well, it's their loss. How's that? Riggs, you're the best. Thanks for calling in, and always keep in touch with us, bro. And I do mean that sincerely. I do look forward to your calls.
Thank you, Greek.
I do, more so than a lot of my friends. You guys, you have a great afternoon, by the way, Riggs.
Yeah, Franny?
Yes, Riggs.
Do not search oil change when you go to those sites.
Got it.
Thanks.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We're going to come back with some fun facts. What about? I don't know. But we'll come back with them and so much more on a Tuesday. Peace.
We'll be your friend. Follow us at Real Radio 92.1 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe it. Woo! Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Emergency construction in West Palm Beach. On-ramp closed at 95 north from Southern Boulevard. Turnpike looks good. Travel times up to speed. Make sure you slow down for pedestrians on your ride. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join their growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. That's progressive.com/careers.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays. Live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Narosa Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Narosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
This is Sheriff Rick Bradshaw with an important message. Hurricane season is here again, and I urge everyone to stay vigilant. Pay close attention to local weather updates and ensure your hurricane kits are prepared with the essentials that you need, like water, food, and medications. Remember, your safety is our priority. But let's stay safe together.
Should I be supporting my brain health?
There's a way to support your overall brain health, including memory, and it's called Nariva. Nariva Brain Health supplements have clinically tested ingredients that can support up to 7 indicators of brain health, including memory. Look for Nariva at Walmart today and feel the difference. Also try Nariva Ultra with clinically tested cognitive and feel mentally alert. Available at Walmart. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Hall. We're already starting to see some isolated storms develop along the sea breeze boundary. We'll see those storms develop into stronger and more scattered showers in nature by the time we get to about mid-afternoon, and then those showers will push out of our area by the time we get to dinner time tonight. Highs this afternoon in the upper 80s, low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword PAY at realradio921.com. That's PAY. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Jimmy, just to add on to Greek's trifecta, I don't know if you can find the soundbite for this, but Germany's head coach was interviewed about the game, and he's like, first quarter, not so good. Second quarter, we played a little better. Third quarter was a good one. And then in the fourth quarter, some guy named LeBron James really made a couple of good baskets and defeated us. So I thought that was pretty funny that the German coach was playing on to, who is this LeBron James guy?
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, welcome back into the Penthouse. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I really, really hope you were tuned in a few minutes ago when Rover gave you that keyword. We call it grand in your hand because that's exactly what you can win is $1,000. We have 13 chances a day for you to score $1,000. You just have to listen to the top of the hour. Get that keyword, enter it at realradio921.com. We still don't have bragging rights yet for a winner here on Real Radio this time around, and we want to do so. So make sure you are tuned in later on, right? If we're feeling generous, maybe, I don't know, like 12:30 or 12:25 or something. We'll give it to you again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not, right? Because you got an hour to put in that keyword. And good afternoon to you. This is Franny. Of course, we have Jimmy. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Good afternoon.
And G-Man. Good afternoon, Greek.
Good afternoon, Francis. Thanks for having me. We're going to come back to you for some fun facts.
It's Franny's Fun Facts. All right, once again, we are totally rando, some unique fun facts, but I typically like to do it around the dates. It's some good things today. Some things that I enjoy, just not some crazy fun facts around it. It's National Gorgeous Grandma Day.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, knock the dust off it. As they say, right?
We call those GILFs.
GILFs?
It is, let's see, National Sprinkle Day. National Vanilla Ice Cream Day, too. So those are some things that you can celebrate. But I am going to hit you up with some facts that hopefully you've never heard before, including, and they are all over the place, from actors to sports to butt-shaped robots.
Butt-shaped robot.
All right.
Jackie Chan, you know Jackie Chan,
Sure.
action hero. Did you know that his mother was an opium smuggler and his father was a spy? That's how he grew up, an opium smuggler.
Wow, I must have interesting dinner. How was your day?
So, honey?
What'd you do? Wow. See if you can top this.
This one's interesting. I did not know this, and I have been an Atlanta Falcons fan, but 1972, during the NFL draft, they drafted John Wayne in the 17th round of the 1972 NFL draft. Now, he was 64 at the time, but they wanted to symbolize that they valued men who were tough. The league ended up vetoing the pick, so it was nothing that came into fruition. But yeah, during the draft, they did. They picked John Wayne.
Strange.
Very strange, right? This one, think about it. Every sea in Pacific Ocean is pronounced differently. Right?
Huh?
Yep. Every sea in the Pacific Ocean is pronounced differently. And then this is what I thought was interesting. Butt-shaped robots are used to test phones. If you ever put your phone in your back pocket of your pants, you're probably aware that your backside poses a danger to it. People often forget their phone is there when they sit down, which can result in a crushed and broken device. That's why Samsung, iPhone, but they use butt-shaped robots to test their products, according to Business Insider. They say these faux bums sit on phones over and over and over again to test the durability and bending of the phone.
Interesting.
And then finally here, text messages sent by eagles bankrupted a scientific study. And I mean like the flying eagles. A team from Russian Raptor Research and Conservation Network thought they had a great idea when they attached SMS text-based tracking devices to 13-step, I think is how you pronounce it, eagles. The hope was that the birds would send back valuable information about their behavior. Unfortunately, one bird flew all the way to Iran, where roaming rates were sky high. According to Smithsonian, to get an idea of the money involved, the eagle sent hundreds of text messages at once, and each one cost about 77 cents. The scientist, Elena Schneider, told the New York Times he disappeared for 5 months, and all of a sudden, here he is with a very, very heavy phone bill. The bill was so costly that it ended up bankrupting the study.
No kidding. That's wild.
Right?
Oh,
Not surprised.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out. And there you go for some interesting fun facts for your day.
Those damn international roaming charges.
Right?
You were talking about that robot that sat down on the phones constantly over and over. I saw this out of Korea. Did you hear the sad news that the Korean robot committed suicide?
I did. I saw that.
South Korea's city council says its robot administrator killed himself by jumping down a flight of stairs not too long ago. Local media is now mourning the loss as the country's first suicidal robot. The robot was one of the first such creations to be hired by the mayor's office since August of 2023. It has been helping employees with daily document delivery, advertising, and providing information to local residents. The robot was created by Bear Robotics, had its own civil servant card, and worked standard hours from 9 a.m. to about 6 p.m. at night. Unlike other similar robots, this one served several floors at once and could call an elevator to be able to get around the building. According to witnesses, the robot had been circling in one place for some time before jumping. Authorities are still investigating, but initial research found the iHeartRadio app was illegally downloaded on it, and the Penthouse was playing when they found the robot. South Korea is one of the most robotic countries in the world. According to the International Federation of Robotics, there's one industrial robot for every 10 workers. Outside of the obvious joke there that I made with that.
But it did. It threw itself down the stairs.
It's just had a malfunction and it threw itself down. Just drove down the stairs. But pretty neat though that how much they use robotics over there. I thought that was pretty cool about it.
And this was an American-based company that made them too. I know that you mentioned. So you say South Korea, it's something we didn't talk about, but it also kind of reminded me because I said that Jackie Chan's mom was an opium smuggler.
Right.
Did you see that they do not allow specifically, and I think an American who was trying to travel over there is Trader Joe's has a very famous seasoning. It's called Everything But the Bagel Seasoning. I love it. I have it at the house.
All right. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
sure.
So it's pretty damn popular. It is. But travelers arriving to South Korea, they had to report this, and they were like, nope, can't bring it in. Can't bring the Everything But Bagel Seasoning into South Korea. And the reason why is because on it, when you think, right, everything you have sea salt, garlic, onion, and poppy seeds.
Oh.
And even though the poppy plant is made like heroin and stuff like that.
Right.
They consider it a narcotic substance, even though it's not enough. Like we eat poppy bagels, poppy seeds all the time. Yeah. But since it's an ingredient, the poppy plant, they do not allow them to bring that specific. Well, that in general. I mean, you can't bring any kind of poppy seasoning in, but somebody in particular, they're like, nope, can't bring your Everything But Bagel seasoning with you.
They're in that, so obviously you couldn't. But isn't there? Wouldn't you have to eat like 800 bagels or something like that for it to even register in your blood?
Yeah.
I think we've read that in the past about that because I mean that was what people used to use that as I failed my drug test. Oh, I had a poppy bagel this morning. That's the reason why.
No, but this one woman loved it so much, and she lived in South Korea that she wanted to bring back some with her. So she brought back 20 bottles of seasoning, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't bring that with you." So they took it away.
Anything with that is illegal, right?
It's permitted.
So I guess obviously they don't.
Or excuse me, not. Yeah.
So you can't bring back poppy bagels. That's it. Can't bring back any poppy seed bagels. Can't do anything.
No.
Wow. Well.
So just heads up if you plan on traveling to South Korea.
Jimmy, I know you had a story about actors when they have love scenes and if they go a little bit, get excited.
Well, and I'm sure it happens quite a bit. How do you not, right? So actors are always saying that sex scenes are not sexy, and it's extremely rare for a guy to get aroused, but it does happen. So how do they deal with it? Well, an intimacy coordinator named Brooke Haney says, quote, I tell the actor to do a few push-ups and some jumping jacks, and that moves the blood to different parts of the body. Oh. So just like that, we're all good. Some people who play lovers on scene end up couples in real life, but Haney says her job is to keep it 100% professional. Quote, one of the jobs of an intimacy coordinator is to make sure that we are making everything on set be work. So it's not anything that's meant to be that way, right? I'm not going to be in charge of controlling what actors do in their own time, but that's their own personal business. But when they're at work, it's strictly professional relationships between all the actors, and it should be about the characters. But I like that. I thought that was a pretty weird and, I don't know, weird's maybe not the right word, but unique way that they talk a guy down, per se. Go do some jumping jacks.
Yeah, that's
Push-ups.
Push-ups,
that kind of weird?
Yeah, they're like, send the blood elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to remember.
Yep, send it elsewhere. 47142, couple text messages we got from, let's see, you mentioned that rock music being banned in Iran. We have an interesting story, not about rock music, but Iran. And then, or Iran, however you want to say. And then we also have fired on the first day kind of situation too.
Okay.
So when you were talking about this, my aunt went home to Iran. Her son wanted a bunch of muscle and fitness magazines. Obviously, everyone in the magazine wearing, bikini, workout gear, whatever it is, in the muscle and fitness magazines. So before my aunt packed it up, she sat and put stickers over every single picture other than just the heads, feet, and hands. She wasn't taking any chances, even though it's not pornography, but you can't. So she covered everything up except the hands, feet, and the head of the people. So you're not looking at any muscle or fitness.
Wow. So
it said my cousin was furious when she brought the bag. I was like, what was the point of this? But
take the stickers off.
Yeah. And then you're probably peeling the magazine.
Yep.
And then fired on the first day. When I was 14, I had a friend get me a job at a local restaurant. During the interview, the manager meant business. My first day, I did all my paperwork, And the manager said, go get your friend when I was done doing my paperwork. So he went and grabbed his friend. He said he immediately fired the guy who got me my job. So the friend that got him his job, after he finished his paperwork, the manager was like, go get your friend. And then he fired him.
Because he had the other kid.
Because, this dude got the job. Well, yeah. I mean, he didn't know, obviously, that was going to happen.
Yeah, that sucks. Man, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Friend's trying to help him out, gets him a job, and he gets fired because of him. That sucks.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
I wonder if he kept the job. Do you keep the job at that point? That's a tough one. Like if your friend helps you get that gig and then they got fired because you just got hired.
Yeah, they fire your best friend so that you can have that job. Do you quit?
You wouldn't take it. Not you.
Yeah,
You'd
I think
be
I
like,
might
no.
quit.
You might be, I'm bailing. Because you would feel bad. Like if it wasn't for me, you still have your job.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if it's yeah.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because every time you see your friend, he's going to be like, how's work? And you'll be like, you took my paycheck? I was just trying to help you, you bitch. Jimmy, have somebody at home?
We do. We have Manny checking in with us. Hey, Manny, what's going on, bud?
Speaking of bitches.
Did somebody say erection?
Oh, so that rung the bell for you today.
Yep, he perked up.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I thought I heard it or I smelled it. I don't know.
What does that smell like?
Wow. That's different. Haven't heard that in a while. You might want to text that to us or maybe write us a letter.
Have you ever heard it smells loud? That sounds loud. Oh, man. So, you know how you said something? What are you talking about? The jumping jacks or the push-ups?
Yeah.
All right, so when I wake up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, sometimes you're at full attention.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I flex my hands. So, I open it and I close my hands.
Yeah.
And I divert the blood there.
You open your hand and up and down and that knocks out?
Like flex it, I pump my hands by basically like doing biceps.
Well, like when you're about to give blood, how they
put a sponge in it?
Yeah.
Or an arm?
He pumps his hand.
So you pump your hand.
That'll do it.
And that's what. Did I ever tell you to do that when they put that whatever it is on you? It's not a tourniquet, but the rubber thingy.
Yeah.
And you pump your hand
I usually have it right when I get
to make your veins pop out.
Pretty much.
So you pump your hand if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're ready for the big game. So you get rid of the motion you have?
It works. I mean,
I'm not doubting anything you say, Manny. I'm just trying to follow along. Now, if you're with somebody, wouldn't you want to just say, well, maybe try to, get it going? No?
Oh, heavens, yes.
I think we lost him.
Oh, did we lose him?
Yeah.
He's probably stretching his hand.
Phone just dropped off.
He had enough.
Yeah. He's probably stretching his hand. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. If you guys want to get involved in the program, you can also text us at Real Radio 47142, or you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
That's what you do. Let's get rid of it.
Is that Manny?
It's your hand.
Yeah.
There it is. Supposedly, Tom Brady is dating another supermodel, Sports Illustrated model. That is the word that's going around. It's about the fourth or fifth girl that he's been dating. Supposedly, whether or not it's true, we don't know, but it is out there. He's been seen with her, and he does like his models. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure he can get anybody he wants, basically, being who he is. And he's a good-looking guy with a great future, and he's doing pretty good for himself. But Tom Brady, again, it seems like he does like the supermodels, and that's all he seems to be dating. But that is the word on the street that's what he's doing. Tom Brady, again, going to be announcing for Fox. That's going to come up pretty soon. His first game is Dallas and the Browns.
Well, since we're doing a little celebrity talk, I thought this was a fun story. The Deadpool franchise coming out on the 26th, Deadpool and Wolverine, I believe, right? This Friday.
Yeah.
I am excited about that. I don't know if I'm going to go to the movie theaters for it, but I really am excited to watch it. I think it may. The only reason why it may not is because Deadpool is always rated R, right? I was going to say it may dethrone Twisters, who had a great weekend this past weekend.
Oh, I think it would be Twisters.
But it's the only reason why it may. I think so, too, is because it has an R rating and not everybody can watch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the franchise is coming back, and they utilize one of the biggest artists out there and they said not just that, the soundtrack has a lot of great songs on it and artists, but they wanted to secure the rights to use Madonna's song, Like a Prayer. in Deadpool and Wolverine. So they were talking about this, Ryan Reynolds and the director, Sean Levy, I believe. I don't know if it's Levy or Levi. But they went because they needed her permission. So they went and they visited her for it. And they said that because they said also, they're like, let me tell you, that Madonna doesn't just license the song. And they said, especially that one. It was a big deal to ask for it and certainly a bigger deal to use it. We went over and met with her and sort of showed her how it was going to be used and where and why. Right. So they said that when they did it, she also gave them really good notes, which they used in the movie. And they won't reveal exactly what that note was. But they said when they met with her, she was like, she liked the sequence that it was in, but she gave a note. She watched it and she was like, you need to do this. And Ryan Reynolds goes, and damn it, if she wasn't spot on. They said we literally went to the new recording session within 48 hours to do this note that she made to make the sequence better. And he said it absolutely did. Wow. So not only did he say, what he was extremely nervous about meeting her, how great she was, but she said her mind, the way it works, and even in movies, was fantastic.
Well, she's going to get a huge payday, too. I mean, they're not just using it, so I'm sure she's going to get at least 7 figures for that. I can't imagine what, maybe more. Some of the times.
You think?
Yeah, for the user song?
Yeah.
I would think so. I can't see Madonna releasing any song to be used. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe she's just saying, hey, or take it. But I would think that she's getting a few $1 million to use in a big movie like that.
She was just at the premiere, too. They were showing everybody who was at the premiere, and she brought her twin daughters with her. But, I didn't know you got paid that much song for the rights to use in a movie.
I guess it varies for everybody. I would think somebody like Madonna, who's always, whatever it is, gets such a high amount of money, and the number she throws out. I mean, you guys want it. You're doing a movie. You got a budget of $500 million. You know what? Here, you're coming to me. And I think that's probably all discussed already before they even jump on a plane to go see her. I don't think she's just going to say, I could be wrong. I mean, maybe I am wrong. But, who the hell knows if something like that's going to work out. Like Eddie Van Halen, I think he was telling a story when he was on Michael Jackson's, Thriller? He played a guitar solo. And people.
Beat It.
Yeah, was it Beat It, Jim?
Yeah,
and he just gave it to him. And everybody always said to him, like, wow, you didn't charge him. He goes, nah, I just let him, I went over his house, I started playing, and I gave it to him. He goes, but I could have made millions of dollars on it, and he didn't. And then
royalties, I'm surprised he didn't. But,
yeah.
No, I mean, Madonna's going to get royalties for the song. I just, what I found very interesting about that story is that they felt it was either what the need to, or was it forced, or was Ryan Reynolds making a joke about that? I know they did physically go to see her and speak to her in person, and the way I was reading that story is like almost like they had to, almost like it was going to see the godmother, right? Type thing.
Well, because they said that she doesn't license out everybody, and I guess they thought the best way to ask her was to be there face to face and show her the sequence.
Yeah.
And they did, and then she was like, yeah, it looks good, but this would make it better. And they went and they changed it.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, she's obviously a creative genius. We've seen what she's been able to come up with over all the years. So I'm not surprised by that, but there's always that little bit like, oh, really? She was able to do that, and that's pretty interesting. I'm curious now to see where that plays into the movie.
And they probably figure, obviously everybody knows everybody through people. Maybe they figured that was their best odds of getting a yes by going and showing her, like, we want it this much. We're jumping on a plane to come see you.
Yeah.
Then maybe a Zoom call or a phone call, and she's like, nah, not doing it.
One lawyer calling another lawyer, and that was the take that I got from it was, let's go see her. She's worth that kind of respect.
Yep.
Well,
and also it's probably that, like, for them, it would be a cool experience. Like, this is a great reason to go and meet Madonna if they haven't yet. Yeah. But they also have on there the songs on the Deadpool Wolverine, songs from NSYNC, Goo Goo Dolls, Avril Lavigne, Aretha Franklin, Green Day. Fergie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, everybody gets paid once they use their songs. But it reminds me of the story we talked about a month ago. Kevin Costner came out when he did that movie he was a pitcher for the Tigers. And the lawyers were trying to call the Yankees. And the Yankees were like, Steinbrenner will not let it play because in the game, the movie, remember, he said it. But Kevin Costner goes, I called him personally. And he goes, I got it done. I called George Steinbrenner and said, okay, I'll change it. And I'll make the Yankees lose the game, but they'll win the World Series. And Steinbrenner said, okay, because they're going to win the World Series. But it was Kevin Costner. Again, she goes, there was no people from Hollywood. I did it because I figured I had my best shot. So sometimes, if you got the juice, your best salesman of yourself is usually yourself, that you could sell an idea or a dream or some kind of project. That's cool for them, though, that they did it, and she did it. And they were open enough to mind to say, hey, you know what? Let's change it.
It's always fun hearing somebody that's as big as Ryan Reynolds go, wow, it's mind-boggling to see Madonna, right? I mean, it's like one celebrity is almost bigger than the other, yet Ryan Reynolds, I mean, he's obviously huge on his own, right?
Mm-hmm. He's a huge star. There's no doubt about it. But, I mean, I think the thing with him, for a lot of people, is just how much money he's made with all these different things that he's invested in, that hundreds of millions of dollars. I think that's a big thing. Every time somebody talks about it, they talk about his Verizon deal, his other deals, the soccer team.
Mint Mobile, right?
Yeah, the soccer team. Nuts. I mean, he made a couple $100 million with that.
He bought another one.
Yeah.
He's got 2 soccer teams now.
It's crazy. He'll probably end up buying a sports team in America. He said he'd like to do that. Las Vegas is one of the teams, one of the cities that they're talking about for basketball. And I know you had something yesterday today about some NFL cities that might end up getting NFL teams, which is crazy if they're going to make another expansion. But they will, because people will want to go see it. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Tuesday. We'll come back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
There's a person trying to cross the street. They're in one of those little, like, scooters that you can shop in.
Okay.
The person's, like, missing their left leg. And apparently it's recent, because when I saw them trying to walk afterwards...
Still bleeding.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Hey, pool season fanatics, your summer persona is calling. It's time for sun-soaked party scenes at MGM Grand, new luxury cabanas at Bellagio, and sandy beach living at Mandalay Bay. Show off your poolside, only with MGM Rewards. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
No major delays on our Palm Beach expressways, the Turnpike and 95, both up to speed. West Palm Beach, we do have emergency construction. On-ramp closed. 95 northbound from Southern Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans, mark your calendars. Thursday, July 25th is Miracle Treat Day 2024. $1 or more of every Blizzard treat sold at participating DQ locations benefits your local children's hospital. Remember, July 25th, only at DQ. Happy, tastes good.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand, it's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products, it's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's summertime, and it's hot. And if you're not feeling the sizzle with your current financial advisor, call Trajan Wealth today. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Whether it's planning for your future, looking at your retirement, or your 401k, the experts at Trajan Wealth can help you. You have to stop in their offices in West Palm Beach, set an appointment, and let them know what you want for your retirement. You worked hard your whole life. And maybe you're not getting that sizzle for your current financial advisor. Well, switch it up and call Trajan Wealth today. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. They will get the sizzle back for your financial future. Trajan Wealth. Call them today. 561-390-1000. Peace. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
You're a Florida homeowner. You understand severe weather. But did you know that everyday elements like sun, rain, heat, and humidity can also wreak havoc on your home? From hurricanes to heat waves, StormSmart can protect your home 365 days a year. With storm catcher screens, aluminum shutters, and impact windows and doors. They're each designed to look great, increase your living space, and provide the protection you deserve. Because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah!
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years!
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
As temps rise, so do life's challenges. For $90, chill out with your marijuana card during MMJ Health's Meltdown Madness. Everyone deserves a retreat during the heat. Call 561-269-4137. Again, call 561-269-4137.
Should I be supporting my brain health?
There's a way to support your overall brain health, including memory, and it's called Nariva. Nariva Brain Health supplements have clinically tested ingredients that can support up to 7 indicators of brain health, including memory. Look for Nariva at Walmart today and feel the difference. Also try Nariva Ultra with clinically tested cognitive and feel mentally alert. Available at Walmart. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand, it's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products, it's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Shop Macy's Backstage today for amazing deals on everything you need for summer. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We're already starting to see some isolated storms develop along the sea breeze boundary. We'll see those storms develop into stronger and more scattered showers in nature by the time we get to about mid-afternoon, and then those showers will push out of our area by the time we get to dinner time tonight. Highs this afternoon in the upper 80s, low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
The final countdown begins. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
I'm not sure about a wiener whistling, but what if a woman skydived naked?
So there it is, people. Okay, we've been looking for the answer of why Greek does push-ups and jumping jacks and skips rope early in the morning, because there's no round two, ladies. Okay, that's it. Right there in a nutshell. No round two from Greek in the morning. He's got push-ups to do.
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, when Franny goes on a job interview, her first question is, how many months of vacation do I get?
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday.
Not a bad question to ask.
It's really not. The push-ups and the other stuff is just something I've been doing for years. But, you know, it's got to be a special occasion for a round two. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Team USA getting ready for the Olympics on Friday night as opening ceremonies. They played Germany last night and barely won by 4 points. LeBron had 20 points and was the high scorer and did it all at the oldest member on that team, and just really rock and rolled. And everybody was talking about his performance. He also has been picked to carry the flag for us in the Olympic ceremonies. Again, Friday night kicks it off. So the next couple weeks, you're going to get a lot of Olympics and some big new stars that'll be household names for us. Aaron Rodgers was speaking yesterday, and he said one mistake he made was last year in that first couple plays when he got hurt, there was a guy open, had a down and in about 7 yards in front of him, and he decided not to pass it, and he wanted something else to develop. He said, and when that happened, he spun away, and that's when he hurt his Achilles, and he got tackled by the Buffalo Bills defensive end, and he said that whole thing, I should have threw the pass, and I would have never got hurt. Something he says that he thought about 1,000,000 times. I'm sure he has over the last year being injured. We'll see how he returns. He has not played now in over a year. And I wonder if he's even going to get in for preseason games. Jimmy, do you think the Jets put him in preseason or no?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think that they would want to risk it.
Yeah, and then his first game is against the Niners. Oof, that is going to be tough. I said I would sit him game one. Take the loss.
Maybe he plays 1 or 2 reps in like the last preseason game.
Maybe.
I mean, that's kind of typical for a lot of the starters.
Yeah.
So, you know, and now that they're, 3, right?
Yeah, it's
down to 3 preseason games.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played in a long time. And, you know, they always do say in the NFL or basketball, baseball, when you have a major injury, you really don't know how you feel until that first big hit. And then you get back up and see how any part that's injured really handles it. And he hasn't done that. So we'll see what happens. But he did feel the need to speak about that and also about him missing minicamp where he said, you know, it was really no big deal. It was more blown up than anything. But we'll see. He'll be in training camp this week like everybody else. The Hall of Fame game is August 1st. It is the Bears and the Texans. And don't forget, the Bears are also going to be the team on Hard Knocks. Man, the Bears are getting a lot of exposure. Woo, they really are. And all because of their first-round pick. But, man, we'll see if they can handle it and how this rookie comes out of the gate. Their first game is against Tennessee. And remember, we've talked about it. A starting quarterback who was the first pick is 0-18 on his opening day. So we'll see what happens with the Bears and that whole theory. And that is your Greek's Trifecta on a Tuesday. Peace.
Go to realradio921.com and enter the keyword pay. Got about 15 more minutes for this hour's $1,000. $1,000 in your hand money. We want you to win it. Go to realradio921.com. Enter the keyword pay, and you'll be in the running for this hour's $1,000.
Thank you. Well, speaking of pay, that's one of the first things that starts off this list, and it's something this girl is not paying for. And this is a Reddit list.
You're going somewhere else.
No, this is a Reddit list of morally questionable life hacks that these Redditors swear by.
Well, maybe you did go the way I thought you were going to.
So not all of these things I would consider life hacks, like the first one, I just consider that kind of stealing in a way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they went to Reddit for this list, and some of these are pretty smart, but some of them kind of evil. This one person, we're going to start because so far Reddit had 3,000 people who decided to share some of these life hacks. So we just got a few here, but this woman considers this a life hack. She said, I use my ex's and my boss's phone numbers at Kroger's fuel pumps to steal their discounts. She considers that a life hack for her. Yep.
These unethical ones.
Yes,
we might want
yes,
to,
that's what they. Yes, morally questionable is what they call
Morally
these.
questionable?
Yes, life hacks. Redditors swear by. This one, I tell the truth 99% of the time. So then, when you have that credibility, right, you can lie and people will always believe you.
That's true.
There you go. 99.9% of the time, not just 99. So that 1%, you decide to lie. You're saving those lies, I'm guessing.
It's like
People
paying
think you're credible, so they're like, definitely not lying.
It's just like paying a bookmaker. You pay him on time 10 weeks in a row, then you get cracked and you're late, and he's like, no big deal. I'll get the money because he thinks you're credible.
There you go. Morally questionable life hacks. If you have any, let us know. 47142. Started off with Real Radio. Says never give away your full hand when you start a new job. Hide some of your skills and talents until you need them to get ahead. It's always easier to improve when you're starting at 50% capacity. Is
Sounds
what
like
this person thinks.
Could use that in the bedroom too.
There you go.
Don't want to give him the whole game right up front.
Mention credit card chargeback to get a refund when a company won't budge. They'll usually cave to avoid the hassle.
Oh, that's good.
Morally questionable life hacks. Work correspondence hack is what they say. Anything that benefits you, put in an email, letter, so it can be memorialized when possible. Anything that is detrimental to you, make a call or discuss this issue face-to-face verbally. Don't leave a paper trail is what they say. Another one, in many elevators, you can hold down the closed door button while choosing the floor to get a nonstop ride. Meant to be used by rescue service or firemen.
No kidding.
I did not know that. Did you know that?
Nope.
Close door button while choosing the floor to get a nonstop ride. It won't stop at any other floors.
I've seen people, they'll go in and, as soon as they go in, they hit the closed door button.
Yeah, because they don't want anybody to be in there with them.
Exactly.
But this won't stop at any other floors, I guess, until you're at your floor.
Wow.
No kidding.
Who knew?
I mean, especially if you're in a big building, because that could be a pain in the ass if
Right?
you're stopping all the time.
Imagine the thing, like it's going up, you're looking to go up, and it just goes right on by your floor, if you're waiting for it. What's going on with that stuff?
Oh, you got to be so
I kind of want to
pissed.
try it. I don't want to be, but I kind of want to, I'll try
I
it.
wanna try
maybe-
it,
Yeah. Maybe on something that has like 4 or 5 floors.
Yeah.
Nothing like, we're not going to the Empire State Building and sleeping everybody.
See you later.
I have to remember that next time I'm in the building with an elevator.
I'm curious, because it says it's meant to be used for rescue and service or firemen. If you don't want someone to sit in front of you at the cinema, pour some of your Coke on the seat.
Oh, my God.
Morally questionable life hacks.
Wow.
Because they're sitting there like, that's wet.
Oh, my God. And I guess you tell them, too. 'cause
I
when
mean,
they're
water would be the better option because you don't want to sit in a wet seat. Don't do Coke. You'll make it sticky. And
But you tell the person they're going to sit down, hey, somebody was just there, they spilled the water. I don't know if you want to sit there. That's pretty good because most people wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. This one, walk into a Chipotle, Panera, or any restaurant that puts online orders on a shelf. Walk up to the shelf with confidence and take one of the bags and walk out. Free meal. Morally questionable life hacks. Like I said, some of these are stealing.
I am surprised about that. Yesterday I was in Starbucks and it happened. Somebody went in for their order and somebody took it. And you just watch people nobody ever says anything, like, are you Jimmy? You know what I'm saying? Like when you take it, they just walk in, take it.
Yeah, it's honor system.
Yeah, and you would think there's got to.
I've had my stuff taken before where I showed up and I was like, hey, my order's not here. And they were just like, oh, we put it out. So, yeah, it happens. And luckily, they're nice enough or they believe me to the fact where they remade my order. But, yeah, somebody's taken my order before.
It's one of those things that I'm surprised they haven't cracked down on, and done something different somehow. Just, again, all you got to do is prove it. Where's your receipt or something,
well, a lot of places have cubbies that they put the food in. They're not even dealing with you when you go in there. They just have a food up.
I'm surprised even yesterday, like they just have them right. Starbucks has them all right there. Like somebody might say, like, are you Francis? When you come up, maybe you show your ID or something. I don't know. But
sometimes you just go and look. Nobody's there.
No, I'm saying they never have anybody. I'm shocked about it that they don't have somebody just say, hey.
No, but as I'm saying, there's places where there's not even people. At least Starbucks, it's on the counter, where there's a cubby. Like I've been to a Tropical Smoothie near me has a cubby area where they put your order in and there's nobody there. You just grab.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, you just look for your name and grab it. Let's see. When you enter a raffle, these are questionable life hacks, but maybe not all of them. They said when you enter a raffle, fold a crinkle on your ticket or slip of paper. They said just a little bit. Fold a little crinkle. Fold or crinkle it. It makes it slightly more likely to be drawn. It's worked for me a few times, and I feel a little guilty every time I do it. But why should you?
No, they're picking it just arbitrarily.
Somebody else says Walmart has a 90-day return policy for pretty much everything they sell. AC broken, heat wave, says question mark, rent a couple window units from Walmart. Want a 72-inch old TV for a Super Bowl party, rent it from Walmart. They basically call it renting because you return it because you got a 90-day return policy.
Wow.
So you can have it for that long. Yep, that's the claim on here. Reddit thread. These are questionable life hacks. If you have any, let us know. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Now, before we get off topic, because this reminds me of something else I did have, is that with the Walmart thing, that hack that they said, just they call it renting, but really you're just returning it after you purchase it. Costco has a policy, which I didn't know, that lets you return a lot of things. Their policy is very, very lenient. They said even half-eaten food.
Half-eaten food?
But according to Costco, it doesn't. So when it says half-eaten food, but I'm saying they have a very generous return policy that offers its customers, they say 100% satisfaction guaranteed. You got to bring your receipt most of the time, but they even let customers return half-eaten food if there's a problem with the product, right? Or if it goes bad before the sell-by date. They can, but these are 8 key items that Costco, which last week, raised their membership for the first time in 7 years, will not allow returns for. They have these 8 things they will not allow returns for. Electronics purchase more than 90 days.
Okay.
So you can rent it like Walmart for 90 days and then return it.
Then you bring it back in
So
TV.
90 days, right? After 90 days, you can't.
I'm surprised anything that plugs in. I mean, that was a electronic devices were never covered that way.
They said although some electronic items such as vacuums qualify under the limitless return policy, most do not. All right. They said if bought less than 3 months ago, customers are able to return their electronic products to the store for a full refund, but past this date, they will not accept it. Cigarettes. Once cigarettes have been purchased at Costco, cannot return them. This even applies for unopened packages.
Well, even if you smoke them, you can't bring them back.
No. Alcohol. Same policy applies for alcohol purchased from the wholesale chain, including all spirits and wine. Batteries. Unless a battery is purchased from Costco are faulty or customers are dissatisfied with their performance in some way, they will generally not be refunded. Tires. Costco has a generous tire check, fix, and policy that has amazed customers. It includes free off-charge rotation, balance, and inflation checks, but it may surprise some members to know that you can't return tires bought at Costco.
I didn't even know they sold tires.
They have a little tires. Yeah. I mean, you only go there for
How do you return that?
Yep.
There you go. I don't like it.
Greek. I got a flat. We have gold bars is one of the core items that are sold at Costco, but we've talked about this, right? If you purchase the investment item there, you have to be comfortable with your choice because they are not returnable when you get your gold bars. Gift cards. Costco sells gift cards for other retailers and restaurants, offering prices that are less than face value. This may seem like a good deal, but if you change your mind, non-refundable. I have heard that's a great hack. Like a lot of restaurants, you get a $100 gift card for $75 at Costco.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's
and
good.
nice places like Lenora's and stuff. They have a lot of locals, not just chain, but.
Yeah, somebody else told me that one time. That is great because,
Yeah.
you're saving money.
Yep. And then finally here, Costco shop cards. The same principle applies to gift cards for itself at Costco. Non-refundable. The purchaser and non-redeemable for cash if received as a gift. However, you can use a gift card for any purchase in the store from groceries to electronics. So, but yeah, those are a few things. So yeah, you can't return those. But if you eat something, you're like, I'm not happy with this. Tastes bad. You can return it.
Wow, that's crazy. Imagine walking them up and telling you're going to return this. This hot dog, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, something feels funny about this.
You said even if it's a food that is past the expiration date.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, huh? So
or sold by date, I think.
That half-eaten macaroni salad is past the date. Do you take it back and get a refund on that?
I mean,
that seems strange, doesn't it?
Sold by date, but that's the thing. Like,
or sold by. I'm sorry. You're right. It's not expiration.
Yeah,
it is different.
Because you can't let it sit in your fridge and let it expire and then bring it back.
Right.
Be like,
so sold
I didn't touch this for a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You guys going to take it back? That's pretty crazy. Unbelievable things. And the gift card thing was awesome, too. Jim, we have somebody on hold?
We do. We have our friend Sheldon checking in with us. Hey, Sheldon, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, I wanted to call in because I'm going to say something that I'm surprised that I'm going to say. In that earlier in the show, Rick said something that he was actually right about. The thing about Vanessa Williams giving up the Miss America crown.
Yes.
She had done a nude modeling shoot before anybody knew who she was, but the photographer told her that it would be just done in silhouettes. So she's like, okay, I'm okay with it. But then once she became Miss America, he realized he had these naked pictures of her, and he was the one that sold it to Penthouse. And I believe this is the part I'm not 100% clear on, but I believe Miss America, like a lot of things, has a morals clause.
Yes.
And so
That's what happened.
Naked pictures brought embarrassment onto them, so that's when they said, "Yeah, you have to step down."
Yeah, and she was on. Yeah, because when she first won, nobody knew about the pictures, and then from what I remember, the photographer saw a way to be a payday because then she was Miss America. Before that, nobody knew who she was.
She tried to pawn him off on a Playboy first, offered them to them, and Hugh turned it down. He said, "No, I don't want that. I can't do that to her." And then Penthouse said, "Well, we'll do it then." And they paid a lot of money for those pictures. I read up on that after we were discussing that earlier, Sheldon, and because I don't remember that part of the story. I thought it was something which she did do the photo shoot on her own. I mean, it wasn't forced or anything like that, but it was before she was really kind of well known. And then, of course, once she became well known, well, then the value of those photos went up. By,
so, what are you trying to say that who was it? Was Penthouse Larry Flint?
Yes,
he has less morals than than Hugh.
Zero.
Is that what we're talking?
Zero.
His thought process was, I'll sell the magazines. I mean, that's all he wanted. And it was a shame for her because at the time it was, people thought it was going to be like career ending. Obviously, she parlayed it, and she's a great singer, actress, and all that other stuff. But yeah, at the time it was, people thought that was going to be the end of her, and it was a shame because she was a girl that went out to Hollywood like a lot of girls and guys and get involved in things and try to be discovered. And this was a guy who, it's a sneaky business. Gave her a word, but sold it as soon as he saw a payday.
Right. And now I have to say what I would normally expect to say. Greek is wrong. It wasn't Larry. Penthouse wasn't published by Larry Flint. It's published by Bob Guccione.
Oh, that's right, Guccione.
Oh, is he Hustler?
Yeah, Hustler is Larry Flint.
Okay. Got it.
Bob Guccione is a Boca resident, so technically the Penthouse is a Boca publication.
Oh,
you know yourself a lot about these adult magazines.
Yeah.
You know a lot of information.
Call me later, Sheldon. I have questions.
We'll go over some other addresses. Well, thanks for getting involved and obviously, setting us straight.
Yeah, the worst part about the whole thing was, he got a lot of criticism about doing it. I'll never forget his response. It was a business decision. Like, great.
Well, it was for him, and he felt, obviously, my goal is to sell magazines, but you would think he wouldn't want to do that to hurt her. I don't know if he thought, maybe he did. Maybe he thought if I put I don't know if he thought, hey, she's going to lose her, her crown and everything around her. I don't know. But you would probably think that, common sense, if you produce, naked pictures at that time, it's not like it is today. It's a little different, that she might end up having to step down. And that was a shame.
Especially the timing was the thing, because she was almost to the end of her year.
Yeah.
And so it kind of felt a little bit like, really, you couldn't wait like one more month or something?
Well, if he waited one more month, she wouldn't have been Miss America. It might not have been the same, as big.
And the value.
Might have dropped.
It doesn't justify what he did,
no.
But that's I could see where that would be part of that thought. Sheldon, since you know a little bit about it, do you know the other part to that? Because this goes back to on this day in history, that Tracy Lords was underage in that magazine.
I think I heard about that. I remember that she was in that magazine, and I think they had her age. Her age is listed incorrectly. Like she's, and then it came out after the fact. It's like, she actually started doing this stuff when she was, 17 or 16 or something like that.
Right.
And so I didn't know the part about the magazine is that it's no longer legal to buy or sell it or trade it. That's really interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So.
But let me ask you, when you look back at this whole scenario, who was worse with morals? Obviously Penthouse or the photographer who sold them?
I feel like the photographer was cheesy, but I think I have a feeling that that the agreements for photographs like this has probably changed dramatically.
Oh, of course.
Something in there that, it's like I'm only releasing this for this particular purpose and no other. I bet you there's like a little clause in there now.
Oh, of course it changes like everything else. We correct everything after something bad happens. But, I mean, he had obviously the pictures and he sold them. So he was really the sellout.
Yeah. It's more, to me, it's more the photographer in that particular
That's what I
case.
think.
Penthouse is just saying, well, we'll cash in on this. This is an opportunity for us to sell some magazines. But, if the photographer doesn't sell them, they don't buy them. So I think it starts really more with him.
Yeah. I mean, and I think nobody even mentioned that. Everybody really gave Penthouse the smack for that. But I always thought, you know what? It's the guy who sold them. And he did make a business decision.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't really think about it, but you're right. He.
When it comes to morals, you got to talk to me, bro. I mean, come on. You know that.
You're no role model, Greek.
You know it. It's hard every day, but I do it. It is what it is, Sheldon. You're the best. You're the best, buddy. Have a great day. Go Michigan.
Sure.
Big Ten Day today, by the way. Media Day in the conference. That kicks off. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Florida stories. Franny, what is in the popsicle?
Yeah, we have a Florida man violating probation, made a phone call he should not have made. Then a dirty burglar just wanted to get himself nice and clean. Plus, a drunk Florida man did some very terrible things at a Marriott in Marco Island. And then finally here, we have a suspicious white powder found in our local city hall here, West Palm Beach. I'll let you know those details when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
The visual aid you need for all the freaky stuff we talk about on the radio. Find it at realradio921.com.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe it. Woo! Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
No major delays on our Palm Beach expressways, the Turnpike and 95, both up to speed. West Palm Beach, we do have emergency construction. On-ramp closed. 95 northbound from Southern Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Are you ready for a new job? Express Employment Professionals helps tens of thousands of people find jobs every year and never charges a fee. Find your next job with Express Employment. Go to ExpressPros.com to find your location. That's ExpressPros.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Narosa Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Narosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
In this week's Marketers Report, Angela Zapata, CMO Hyundai Motor America, discusses measuring audio.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us. We have seen a huge return on our investment. Seeing real numbers has helped us continue to invest.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the data, audiences, and influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
When the going gets tough, the tough process of protecting your home. Our Stormcatcher screens and shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida. Along with impact windows and doors, StormSmart ensures your experience from purchase through installation is seamless. We know what it takes to keep your home safe, livable, and beautiful. Because Smart is making it easy to protect your home. And Smart is simple. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
You're not going to want to miss this. Diamonds Direct summer sale starts this weekend. For 3 days only, this Friday through Sunday, get 20% off rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off. And designers are flying in from New York and LA to showcase their latest trends. That's 20% off, plus $100 off with an appointment and designer trunk shows. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. 20% off starts Friday. Details at diamondsdirect.com. 3 days only and Sunday.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Texting enrolls lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We're already starting to see some isolated storms develop along the seabreeze boundary. We'll see those storms develop into stronger and more scattered showers in nature by the time we get to about mid-afternoon, and then those showers will push out of our area by the time we get to dinner time tonight. Highs this afternoon in the upper 80s, low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at realradio921.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Welcome back to The Penthouse. It's a pleasure to have you here with us on a Tuesday. This is a good reminder to let you know that if you go to our Instagram page, Real Radio 921, you can enter to win a chance for an officially licensed Florida Panthers Fathead. These are awesome. I got a chance to be able to look at them too. So if you're a Florida Panthers fan, this is a great prize for you. Go to our Instagram page, Real Radio 921. The instructions on how to win are right there. But like the post, you should be following us anyway. Share the post with a friend. Leave a comment there for us, and you'll be entered to win that Florida Panthers Fathead. Hi. This is Jimmy. We got Greek in the house. Greek, what's going on, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jimmy. How are you today, sir?
I am doing mighty fine, and that is our good sweetheart right over there, Miss Francis. How are you today?
Hi, doing good. Good afternoon.
All right. You got some Florida stories for us?
I do.
Let's do it.
Florida!
Florida.
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 Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All righty. Well, the West Palm Beach City Hall is being investigated, and they were evacuated yesterday, too. So
somebody had a party.
It looks like it. Yep, it happened at the building located at 401 Clematis Street, according to West Palm Beach Fire Department. Surveillance video from Saturday shows a man making his way into City Hall, then into the council chamber, where he left several of his belongings, including white substance in a little baggie. Well, the department was notified about the white substance. At that point, the building was completely cleared. Because, hey, you don't know what it could be. It could be anthrax. You don't know what this white substance in a little baggie is. I mean, I have a clue what it is, and I actually was right.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, looky here. A little baggie
Ding,
with
ding,
white
ding.
substance. Yes, it tested and came back positive for cocaine. People were allowed to go back into the building, and the council chamber will be open. Well, this was last night. If you were like, oh, no, what am I going to do for a city hall meeting that's going on? It was fine. It's unclear where the man involved is, but I have a feeling he's not going to show his face either.
Nope.
I mean, they got surveillance. The guy knows who he is.
Could have been an employee, too,
Could
right?
have been. I mean, the fact that he was in there, got into the chamber, and that wasn't the only thing he left. He left, they said, several belongings. So he knows who he is. And he probably knew when he left and was like, oh, crap, where's my Coke?
First day of his job, he got fired.
Right.
First day of the job. He was there for jury duty.
Then a drunk Florida man, he just ran amok at this Marriott in Marco Island. So this drunk dude said put on quite a performance. His name is Alberto Hernandez, 51, hammered. And he is trying to turn things up, but nobody wanted to turn up with him. They said he was extremely loudmouth. They said a couple people said that he was wasted off his rocker. 3 guests claimed that he snatched their phones. I mean, these guys wrapped their phones up and hid them inside a towel discreetly, and he found them anyways and thought it was a good idea to snatch them up. The guys confronted him. Things got messy real quick. So, of course, deputies were called to try to sort out this whole phone snatching drama. Then 2 women approached the deputies when they saw they were there. So they're like, they even had a crazier story. They said that we were hanging out at the hot tub with 7 other women, and he decided to show us his goods and start playing his fiddle. So his, and I don't mean like a real fiddle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his member. So they said he did his own solo performance. Nobody decided to hop on that performance with him. And there was other witnesses who could see him, not just these ladies. And it got worse from there. So in front of Florida deputies, he decided to do the same performance, basically. He stood up, dropped his bathing suit, flashing everyone around him.
In case you guys
Needless
missed it.
to say, the cops had enough of his nonsense and cuffed him, slapped him with some charges, exposing his genitals and for being drunk and disorderly. And he got hauled off to a nice, cool jail cell instead of the pool. Yep. And then next up, and you're the Florida, a couple quickies here we have, and it's just a scary situation. You're just hanging out at your house and somebody breaks in. You're like, what the hell? And then they walk into your bathroom, into your bedroom, and then into the master bathroom, turn on the water, start taking a shower. That's exactly what happened. This was in Destin, Florida, 5:30 in the morning, too. Took a shower, master bathroom. Homeowner was able to hide in another bathroom and call for help. When the police arrived, he was still in the shower. He was taking himself a nice long shower. They let him out in handcuffs, wearing only a towel. He was charged with burglary and criminal mischief. And then next up, a Florida man who was on felony probation for a DUI. And he decided to call 911 for a ride home. He said he was stranded in the middle of nowhere because he got in a fight with his wife at 1 a.m. Well, the issue was that he said, I need a ride home because I'm drunk. Deputies found him. And yes, he was very drunk. And instead of taking him home, they took him straight to jail because, as it turns out, the conditions of your probation when you're on DUI is you're not allowed to visit any bar or drink any alcohol. And
must have forgot that.
Yeah, I think he forgot that, especially because he called the cops to take him home. So they were like, you know what? We're not going to go home. We're going to jail instead. And then this is interesting. It's not a what the Florida, but it is something. It is Florida, 100%. Did you know that Florida's population passed 23 million for the first time? It looks like with the influx of people moving from other states, as of April 1st of this year, Florida had over 23 million residents, according to estimates released earlier this month. They said they added more than, let's see. Well, first, we are the most populous state, or the third most populous state in the U.S. after California, 39.5, Texas, 30.5.
Okay.
They said Florida added almost 359,000 people last year and has been adding 350 to 375K people each year. They said this decade, according to estimates. The population growth is expected to peak this year and get smaller with each following year for the rest of the 2020s, according to them. So we'll see, because they say as a final cohort of baby boomers entering retirement gets smaller, according to these estimates. That's why it's going to kind of like teeter off.
At 300 something, is that net? Does that include the people that have left?
I'm guessing they're saying that we're adding, has people almost from the past added almost. So,
yeah, so that's
I know
probably
we do have
net.
people
That
yeah,
includes
I'm
people
guessing.
that, yeah, right.
I'm guessing that would be correct. But yeah, they say by early 2030s, Florida's growth rate will be under 1% after hitting an expected 1.6 this year. So it will go down eventually. But the past few years, we definitely have seen an influx of people moving in. But as Jimmy did mention, some have been moving out too. And that is You're What the Florida.
Thank you, Francis. Great job. We do it at 11:05 and 1:05. There was a gambler who was at the Venetian, and he had a $25 spin on a slot machine and hit the grand prize of $1 million. That happened over the weekend. What a great, unbelievable $25. I mean, most people can do that. $25 in a spin. It didn't say in the article how much he put into the machine, but that spin was $25, and he won $1 million at the Venetian. It was the jackpot. Man, I can't even imagine that, putting in $25 and getting that. He had to be like, woo. The Hard Rock will be on the Strip. The new Qatar is replacing the Mirage location, and they say that will be done in 2027. That seemed a little long to me, but I guess not. With all the things that they have to do, it'll be about 3 years before that's there. And that will change the Strip forever. I mean, when you see that big guitar going up there, but it's going to take 3 years for it to be completed. I thought quicker than that, but no. They're saying it's going to be 3 years for the Hard Rock to have their new location in Vegas. There is a Hard Rock out there, but this is going to be their new location right on the Strip, and it's going to be at the Qatar, just like the one that's about 40 minutes from us in Palm Beach today. And that's going to be very cool to check that out.
They have to demolish the Mirage, right? So you don't just have the building, but you actually have to deconstruct the other one, right?
Yeah, I think the article I read, they said they weren't sure yet if they were going to knock Mirage completely down.
Oh, really?
Okay. The article I read, they said they weren't sure.
Just renovate it to a Hard Rock and then build the guitar outside of it?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I haven't read anything about it, so I don't know.
The article I read said they weren't 100% sure.
Maybe they could build around it. Okay, I see.
Maybe.
Okay,
the way
interesting.
Well, because like the one that we have now, the old Hard Rock is still there. They just built next to it the whole Guitar Hotel, too.
Okay, fair enough.
And they just revamped it, renovated it, made it nice.
The last 10, 12 years, they've been knocking hotels down, and they have big ceremonies. Like they just blew up the Sands. You know what I mean? They bring it down to the ground, and that's what they usually do. The article I read, it said they weren't 100% sure if they were going to do that yet, but I think if they can avoid that, they will. But still, to me, 2027, that's a long time. You know what I mean? You would think with all the money they have, the manpower, maybe they get done quicker, but it just shows you how big, the rooms they got to put. I know it's going to be a huge place.
Where is the Sands Hotel? Why am I not familiar with that?
They just blew it up.
Did they?
Yeah, about a year ago.
It had been around for a while?
Yeah, since
it's an older hotel?
Yeah, since
Has it been in action? Has it been open since they blew it up, or no? It was just kind of sitting there.
I think it was sitting there for a while. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I've just never heard of it.
Yeah, it was big.
Oh, you never heard of the Sands?
No.
I mean, I know the name. I know the casino.
I just don't even recall ever being in Vegas and seeing it. Okay. So I'm just wondering, maybe that's why, because it hasn't been in business in a long time.
It was Sinatra's favorite spot.
Okay.
And the Rat Pack used to play there all the time.
I wonder what took them so long to...
I think it was just recently that the Sands.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, because they say that it was an operation from 1952 to 1996. So it hasn't been in operation in a long time. So it's interesting that it took them so long to take that thing down.
There was another one that just got blown up. I can't remember which one that was. Maybe the Tropicana. I could be wrong.
The Tropicana is gone. I do know that because my buddy, he did a lot of things because Robert Irvine has a restaurant in there.
Yeah.
So I know they had to go say goodbye to that because the Tropicana is no longer in business. But I don't know. Did they demolish that too? I'm not sure.
I
don't know either.
Yeah, I know the newest one that opened up in last 6 months is the Fontainebleau.
Yes.
That's the one that opened up. Supposedly that's not doing great. I don't know. It's just the rumors.
Really?
Yeah, they're saying that the rooms are not great, the way the hotel's laid out, the pool. But I mean, again, that's all hearsay and some articles I read. But
we got a couple of life hacks, or what were they called? They're morally questionable hacks.
Yeah.
They said if you push the elevator button, the close button, while you press the whatever floor, it'll bypass everybody else.
If you hold it.
Yeah, if you hold it.
During the ride.
Somebody said at 4-7. Well, I think if you hold it while you press the floor is what they were saying.
Is that what it is? Okay,
yeah.
so once you press the floor, you can let it go.
But according to this text at 47142, that elevator trick stopped working in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
They said because, sorry, these things go away. Here we go. Now you need a key for emergency service. So according to the text line there.
All right.
Let's see. We have a text that says, "Good afternoon, Penthouse. We're listening on the iHeartRadio app, driving northbound on I-75 about 20 minutes from Macon, Georgia on day one of a 2-week road trip. Headed to Conyers, Georgia to meet with family, then on to Nashville to see Hootie and the Blowfish, and then end up in Biloxi, Mississippi to do some gambling." They said, "This is a great way to celebrate wifey's retirement. Great show. Love you guys, Hugh and wifey."
Well, congratulations on the retirement. Stop by and see Sarah B, too, while you're in Nashville.
Should. The Wild Beaver is where she works. It's a cool spot. So definitely go check it out and have so much fun. And congratulations, wifey, on your retirement. Let's see. I was cleaning City Hall and was feeling a bit tired, so I did 2 lines, finished cleaning, and I left. I left my Coke at City Hall. Will someone please retrieve it? Thank you, the Coke cleaner.
The Sands was demolished in 1999. Somebody just
okay, so it was. I was going to say.
Now it's the Venetian, where the Sands was.
Got it. Okay. So I was like, I've never heard of it because I wasn't of age to go to Vegas until 99.
There was a Sands in
2000.
Atlantic City.
I think so. I'm not sure, Jim. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I can't say I knew. Again, it's off the top of my head. I don't think there was a Sands. I know there was a Caesars. There was a Resorts. I think there's 7 or 8 now. Couple closed. Trump closed his.
Taj Mahal is still there?
No, that closed. That was Trump's.
That's closed.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Trump's? Okay.
Yeah. I think, again, off the top of my head, there was a Resorts. That was the first one that ever opened.
Showboat. That was the one I remember the most.
And Tropicana is being demolished, but that's for the new MLB Stadium and Bally's Hotel and Casino.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
We were talking about that when they were discussing where they were going to put it in the mirror
For the Las
whatnot.
Vegas Athletics is what they're saying. They're
yeah.
expected to move to the city for the
That's
2028 season. So, yes, the Tropicana demolished.
Now, the Trump hotel was the one, I don't know if, Jimmy, if you ever got down there, was where that woman wouldn't sell and they built around her.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
But have you ever seen it?
Well, I saw pictures of it. I never saw it in person.
I did. It was so crazy to see this house, and they built right around it.
You can see they have aerial views that you can Google and look up.
Oh, I've seen pictures of it
just
online.
Not in person.
I didn't see it in person.
Got
That's
it.
all. I mean, the shot that they showed from the roadway to the house, and then you see this tiny house, and then a big giant building behind it of the casino, and actually it was a parking garage on that side, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's how I saw it because I was coming out of the parking garage. I remember one of my buddies, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Because that's the woman who wouldn't sell. And they just built right around it.
And this was
years ago.
A long time ago. And it was millions, I want to say, they offered her.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't budge.
No. Yeah.
Wouldn't budge.
And I'm sure, I don't know what ever happened, if it's still there or maybe family members, because this had to be maybe 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I would think.
That feels about right.
Yeah.
I mean, that time frame feels about right.
Yeah, because, I mean, I've been in Florida since 2000 and change. So, yeah, it was before then, like in the 90s, which is crazy. But it's funny that lady would never sell. And you're right, and they did offer her millions of dollars. And you would think it would just be like, all right, I'm out.
I have another thing that we're talking about, questionable things, life hacks, morally questionable. And somebody says everybody complains about patio furniture being so expensive. They're like, why buy it? It's free. People just leave it outside of their houses.
Well,
kind of stealing.
not wrong. Not wrong. I had a list of ones for kids, right? For the parents would have for unethical hacks, and I don't have the article anymore. But one of the ones
I have that one, I believe.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
The one that I remember is that you set all your clocks a half hour prior or ahead of time, so when it comes to be like, it's bedtime, and it's a one way. All right, so you can stay up 15 more minutes, and they're still going to bed on time. It's one of those type of things, right? You play with the clocks.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. So yeah, the ones with parents, the one that you bring up, I have somewhat of a list, and it says I recently flew internationally with my toddler, and to keep him chill in the long security lines and custom lines, I would tell him if he didn't stay quiet, they wouldn't let him on the plane. And then once on the plane, if he started to get cranky, I'd tell him if he were too loud, they'd had to turn around and take him home. She said I made it through 12 total hours of flying with 10 minutes of crying, so I'm calling it a win.
Wow. That is a win.
That's huge.
That is a
She
win.
was like, you just tell him that he's either going home or he's not making it on the plane. He's like, okay.
Wow. I'd be scared.
Ensure this probably what you're talking. Well, this is a different one. Ensure your kids won't bother you by telling them to wake you up in an hour so we can start cleaning the house. They will do anything to avoid waking you up.
Oh, right, yeah. So they'll leave you alone.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I remember that
Wake
one.
me up so we can clean the house. And they're like, I'm not waking you up.
Yeah, we got to clean your room.
Oh, peace and quiet. What happened? It's 5 hours later.
Funny, yeah.
You wake up in the morning.
We told our daughters that kids' ears turn red when they lie, but only parents can see it. She would enter rooms with her hands covering her ears, and we knew that she was about to tell us a lie.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then the ones about changing the clock. I see that one. Another one, I had a friend whose parents told him he was allergic to alcohol. They said they found this out when he accidentally drank some as a toddler. They told him he was in intensive care and nearly died. So on his 18th birthday, they told him they made it up so he didn't drink when he was underage.
When he was a teenager,
and so he never
wouldn't
did.
drink.
Yeah, but I love it. He was still underage. 18th birthday. Like, hey, we're kidding. Go ahead and drink.
Johnny Manziel.
Tell your kid that they snore in their sleep often. That way you'll know if they're pretending to sleep because they'll start fake snoring. So if your kid pretends to sleep so they won't do anything, but you hear them snoring because they actually really don't, that means they're putting on the fake snore. This one, my dad convinced us that the sunroof in the car was an ejector button that could send us flying to the moon.
That's awesome.
He threatened to press it when my siblings and I misbehaved or fought with one another in the back seat, and it worked like a charm to get us to sit quietly.
Can you imagine just like opening the sunroof? That's the warning. Yeah. That's the warning sign. Here it comes.
They're about to be ejected to the moon.
You're gone.
Better settle down.
I love this. My kid went up 4 reading levels during COVID lockdown. Everyone thought I was really putting in a big effort with his reading. The truth is, I just turned on subtitles on the TV.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
There you go. So made him do that. And then finally one here. It says, I tell them their tongues will turn purple if they lie to me. The hesitation when you ask them to show you their tongue if they've lied is a dead giveaway. So the hack was ruined when my 3-year-old had the rest of my kids all sit in front of a mirror, tell lies, and check one another's tongues.
We got to figure this out.
Yeah, they figured out
We got to
that.
band together.
Doesn't work anymore.
That's pretty smart at 3 years
They
old.
probably were like, ooh, let's watch our tongues turn purple. Everybody tell a lie.
That's pretty smart at 3 years old to come up with that. I mean, that might have took me till I was 27. That is pretty impressive. 3 years old, they're like, hey, we got to figure this scam out. They're just hacking us. Yeah, if you had any scam that you told your kids just to try to keep them quiet or make them maybe behave better.
I love that cleaning. When I wake up, we're going to clean. They're like, all right, let them sleep forever. Because you always hear, I can't get enough sleep. I can't get enough sleep.
Yeah. You do hear that all the time.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the kids are waking me up. Shh, don't wake up, Mom. If you wake her up, we're going to have to start cleaning. And nobody wants to start cleaning. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. 877. Go ahead, Jamie.
No, it's we're kind of in the middle of election season, and I don't know if either of you have gotten these, but the text messages. I don't know. Have you gotten any from political people?
But I've heard about it.
Not yet, but I did get a couple emails by Vance. I got emails, but not text messages.
So you got that, and so same type of thing where if you're on some sort of data caller list type thing, you can get some of those election text messages. I see them too from other things too. It doesn't just have to be to this. It might be from UPS or like a delivery service, right?
Getting a lot are you guys getting a lot for health insurance?
I have not seen health insurance
daily,
yet. No.
And I think
Really?
it's because I'm a realtor too. Because because a lot of time with the broker they don't offer like we do with our company medical insurance, but I'm getting them probably 2 or 3 times a day asking if I need health coverage.
And I don't know if they are or not, but a lot of times they're not legit. They're actually scams, and that's what they're trying to tell us, that those election texts that you're getting might be a scam. Let's see, more and more scammers are sending out fake fundraising texts to trick people into giving them their credit card info. They know being passionate about a cause can make you click without thinking or overlook red flags. And that's why I didn't want to just focus on, the politics side of it, because I've seen it in different things. Like, you have a package waiting for you, or your Lowe's delivery is ready, right? And they're scams. Sometimes they don't even ask for money. They just, they'll tell you, okay, you want a free gift, but then of course, that scam where, well, in order to get it, you have to pay for shipping. Yeah. Well, that's how they get your credit card information, right? And that's another way to do it. The Better Business Bureau says if you get any unsolicited texts like that, you shouldn't respond or click on them at all. I think that goes without saying. The safest way to donate, if in this particular case, to a candidate, or political parties, to do it through an official website. But I've seen it with a whole bunch of different things. And honestly, if I see a text come through and it's not from a personal friend that I know, somebody here at work, either of you or anybody, like that, I ignore it most of the time.
So do I.
Just because obviously they're just finding more and more ways. Some of these emails too that you see, Franny, you bring that up. It's another thing where a lot of times you used to be able to tell, like, if it's a logo of a real company and they just alter it a little bit. Boy, they get so much better at making them look like the real thing. And you just got to be careful, because if you're not expecting a package and you see something from FedEx, don't click on that link. You know it's going to be a bug.
And I think last week they were talking about Venmo, where they were having problems too. There was some kind of scam going on in Palm Beach County.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, a couple of friends that I know were telling me about it, and to make sure if I was getting anything, to look for it or make sure it's not taken away. I don't know what was going on, but it was some kind of scam that was going on. And like you say, a lot of times people, they respond to this stuff. They don't even think about it. They're just like, because that's the last thing you think, that it's a scam or a donation. Or
unfortunately, it's like curiosity killed the cat, right? You're like seeing this. What is this? I didn't do anything with this. Let me click on this and see what's going on. Well, at that point, who knows what it is? It could be a virus, malware, or something like that that's hacking into your phone. Who knows? But just be careful out there. If you don't know what that link is, don't click on it.
And I think that's why so many seniors get nailed. They're lonely, quiet, not much going on. They get a call, and all of a sudden you hear stories where all of a sudden, I'm giving them this, I'm giving them that, which sucks and isn't a good thing at all. So just be careful. Jimmy's right. Always be on your toes when you're getting stuff like that, especially if it's a number you do not realize. You should realize this number every day, and that's Real Radio 92.7. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
There's a person trying to cross the street. They're in one of those little, scooters that you can shop in.
Okay.
The person's, missing their left leg. And apparently it's recent, because when I saw them trying to walk afterwards...
Still bleeding.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows opening a small business is a great achievement. They offer custom insurance solutions to fit your needs. Get a quote and find why over 1 million small business owners trust them at thehartford.com/smallbusiness.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Major construction, Lakeview Avenue West, right after Flagler Drive. We are slow. 2 left lanes are blocked and expect delays. Emergency construction has an on-ramp closed. 95 northbound to Southern Boulevard. That's traffic on duty. Stuart.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Hey, it's Franny. Want the most money for your used car? GimmeTheVint.com will beat CarMax, your dealer, even your brother's best friend, Joey. Don't believe me? Check their thousands of reviews online, and they are 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau. From $2,000 to $200,000, They give you top dollar, quick transactions, and free pickup. Now is the time to sell your car, truck, or exotic today at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
From hurricanes to heat waves, Florida homeowners have seen it all. That's why they trust StormSmart. Stormcatcher screens, shutters, and impact windows provide year-round protection because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monrosa Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monrosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. Ahoy, fishing fans! It's the 12th annual Treasure Coast Bonito Blast Fishing Tournament, hosted by Pirates Cove Resort and Marina in Stewart. Mark your calendars for Saturday, July 27th. Join us for happy hour to watch the boats come in and enjoy the festivities. Don't miss the Captain's Dinner on Friday, July 26th. Register to fish at TreasureCoastBonitoBlast.com. Remember, all proceeds benefit the Wounded Veterans Relief Fund. Really on the fun at Pirates Cove Resort and Marina, July 26th and 27th, 4307 Southeast Bayview Street, Stewart. See you there.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Should I be supporting my brain health?
There's a way to support your overall brain health, including memory, and it's called Nariva. Nariva Brain Health supplements have clinically tested ingredients that can support up to 7 indicators of brain health, including memory. Look for Nariva at Walmart today and feel the difference. Also try Nariva Ultra with clinically tested cognitive and feel mentally alert. Available at Walmart. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
If you're looking to get a new car, you could really cut expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive. Sure, you love your old car, but you know it's not normal to give instructions on how to open the window. It should be self-explanatory, but it's not. And notice how when you're in other people's cars, you can feel cushion in the seats? That's pretty nice, right? No, it's just normal. So bundle your renters and car insurance with Progressive and put the savings toward a new car. It's time. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided in service by affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states.
Okay, raise your hand if you want to make your life a little bit easier. Great. Now raise your other hand if you like to be comfortable. Perfect. Now that you have both hands raised, imagine putting on your shoes. And that, folks, right there is your answer to an easier, more comfortable life. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. This is footwear you don't need your hands to put on. They can be raised in the air, and you can just step it and go. Why don't you experience what people can't stop talking about? Life-changing Skechers Slip-ins. Get your Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
It's Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale and clearance. Save up to 60% on a wide selection of quality mattresses at every price. Plus, score a free adjustable base with a qualifying purchase. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm today.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We're already starting to see some isolated storms develop along the sea breeze boundary. We'll see those storms develop into stronger and more scattered showers in nature by the time we get to about mid-afternoon, and then those showers will push out of our area by the time we get to dinner time tonight. Highs this afternoon in the upper 80s, low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Snyder AC Plumbing and Electric.
Snyder has been getting calls from South Florida for years, and now they're here to serve you with expert AC, plumbing, and electrical services. Snyder has been around for decades, serving Florida families with highly trained technicians, earning thousands of positive reviews. Give them a try. SnyderAC.com.
The final countdown begins. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Sure the reason that it hasn't been an issue about somebody stealing coffee here and there, or even if it's an astronomical amount of stolen coffee, is because you can buy the Starbucks brand coffee at CVS for $8.99. I can make coffee for a month, but you guys are paying $5 for one cup of coffee. Think about the numbers, people.
Greek, it's me, Cinnamon. I didn't want you to find out like this. That damn TMZ, they're everywhere. The truth is, Tom makes me feel like a real woman. I need a man who's going to be there for me every Saturday morning, not doing some show. I need a man who's going to come pick me up after working all night on the pole, and he doesn't have an excuse like he has a flat tire. And you know what? The rumors are true. Tom can take a hit. So, whatever.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
My motto's always been for years, if you can find somebody who treats you better than me, go. I want you to be happy. And usually that's what they do, Jimmy. They go.
They go.
I have certain things I lack in that I try to make up on other areas, like payment. But you know what? Some people just can't be bought. It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday.
I thought Cinnamon wasn't one of them. Thought for sure.
She has some morals, believe it or not. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hello there.
And it's time for our last Fanudo Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
It's the Yankees and Mets tonight, man, and I get jacked up for the series. I don't know why, but I love when Jeter had his little 10-part series, and he said, it was just the Mets. We didn't get excited for the Mets. I want the Yanks to beat the Mets. It's going to be a good game next two nights. I'm going to check them both out. Mr. Judge has 35 home runs, on pace to hit 56, having an MVP season, and him and Ohtani are the favorites to win the MVP. If you're betting on your Hard Rock app, that'd be a great parlay. Ohtani and Judge. Not going to play crazy numbers, but a win is a win. And Mr. Rogers is talking. He showed up for camp today, and he said, you know what? One of the things he has, his biggest regrets that he thinks about all the time, is last year on the play he got injured. There was a receiver open about 7 yards, and he should have passed it. He didn't. He was trying to get something bigger downfield, And it didn't happen, and he spun away, and that's when he got tackled and blew out his Achilles. He says he thinks about it every day. Hopefully this year, him and the Jets could have a better season, and he stays healthy. The over-under on the Hard Rock app is 9.5 for the Jets. I'm saying the Jets go over if Rodgers stays healthy. But even if he doesn't matter. You got to make the bet now for the season. So I'm still going to go with Rodgers over that total. And the U.S. men's basketball team won last night by 4 over Germany, getting ready for the Olympics. LeBron, unbelievable night, 20 points. He's doing it all. Oldest guy on the team, and he's rocking and rolling as the number one. There's no doubt about it. When he wanted to score last night, he could. Took over the game in the last 2 minutes. Also, he has been announced to carry the American flag for the opening ceremonies in Paris this Friday night. And that is your last Greeks trifecta.
47142 started off with Real Radio. We were talking about parenting hacks that were funny, and somebody says, my grandma would tell us there was a live snake in the glove compartment to keep us from opening it.
That would work.
I want to know what's in the glove compartment, Grandma. What are you hiding? Then we have...
That would work now. I'd be like, oh, touch it.
Then we would have, you're talking about the one woman who famously was like, I am not selling when Trump wanted to build a hotel casino at Atlantic City, and said when Wellington on Forest Hill in 441, there was a fruit stand that was there. Same kind of story. When they wanted to build Olympia, they cleared all the cattle and all that was left with this fruit stand. And so they offered her a few $100,000, but didn't budge. Then they boosted that price to like $3 million. That's where it ends. I'm guessing she budged.
That'll budget.
I'm guessing that's what should happen.
That's the way to make them budge.
I'm guessing she budged.
That's a woman who can be black.
It doesn't say if she did or didn't, but I'm saying for a few hundred to $3 million, she was like, okay.
I'm in Wellington once in a while. I haven't seen a fruit stand by a little bit.
I have morals. $3 million. Sold.
So that's what we call sellout. Speaking of a lot of money, we know that NFL teams can cost a lot of money. And since 2002, the NFL has not added a new franchise. It's been over 20 years, and that's the Houston Texans. And so they said this is the longest the NFL has ever gone without adding a franchise. And they say, and it seems as if an expansion in the next 10 years would make sense. So they say as the game continues to grow both domestically and internationally, they got a bit of an appetite for more games, more franchises. They said it's definitely there. And these 12 cities, 6 in the U.S., 6 outside of the U.S.,
oh, that'll suck.
The claims are would make potentially good fits for an NFL team in the next round of expansions. The first one they throw out there, Portland, Oregon. They say long overlooked as a sports town. Portland loves their NBA team.
Yes.
The Portland Trailblazers, and would certainly be able to support an NFL team. There are over 2 million residents in Portland Metro that are starving for more sports. They would have a natural rivalry with the Seattle Seahawks, right? Almost immediately. And they say the city absolutely packs Providence Park, and that's home of the MLS team Portland Timbers and the NWSL team, Portland Thorns. They say a new stadium that is big enough for NFL team could also house those teams, those two teams, as soccer continues to grow in the United States too. They say the biggest obstacle is the political climate, as it would be hard to see local leaders being able to give out the massive amount of public funds the NFL likes to get to build these new stadiums. So that's what they say. We have St. Louis, Missouri.
They lost the team. They lost the team.
Yeah. They said Rams owner, Stan, what's his name? Stan Kroenke, ripped to the Rams out of the city following the 2015 season, despite a loyal following through good years and bad. But, of course, we know where the opportunity went. The fans flocked to watch Cardinals, NHL Blues, and even led the XFL in attendance with their Battlehawks.
Mm-hmm.
They said, they said that they drew around 35,000 fans a game with the XFL, right?
That's fantastic.
So that means that they want football. Yeah. They're going to that.
Yeah,
35,000?
That's a ton.
Damn.
They said the appetite.
Highest stats.
They said the appetite is clearly there, and fans want it. So would they get another one?
I can see St. Louis.
Salt Lake City. They say Salt Lake City is one of the most underrated cities in America, and they love their sports. Rapidly growing and diversifying city, they said, has always supported the Jazz. They get 15,000 people routinely to watch college gymnastics and did an excellent job hosting the 2002 Winter Olympics. So they say that they definitely enjoy their sports. They said that with the reputation of Salt Lake as a boring city due to the heritage as a home of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, right? They say that might be tough to overcome, but the boring reputation is being shed quite quickly.
I don't think there's any sports gambling there, Jim.
Yep. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma is the other city in the U.S. that they think would do great. They say they want to be a major player in the professional sports scene, and there is a financial backing of the natural resource industry to bring a team there.
The basketball team does great.
They said the city famously stole the Seattle Supersonics, right?
Yeah.
And have been home to the Thunder for 15 years now. And they said it's part of the country that absolutely loves football. It really is. Oklahoma, they do, and they can't get enough of it. So they think that they would be huge when it comes to teams. Memphis, Tennessee is another one. So we go through that. They claim Austin, Texas would be a great place too to house.
Yeah, I mean,
they love their football in Texas, but there's already 2 teams.
That's the thing. You already got 2 down there.
You already
but
got
still,
2. Yeah.
Still,
we got 3. We got 3 in Florida.
Yeah.
And Texas is huge.
Yeah, they could easily do another team down there.
100%.
They wanted to.
Yeah, we got 3 here in our state, and Texas is bigger than we are. So
they'd embrace it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Texas is football when you think about them, right? And then the places that they're putting out there for Europe are ones that we know that they already host games. London, England. They say that they absolutely love American football over there.
I hope they never do this.
Munich, Germany. Another one, right? That's, I think, hosting this year or has. Toronto, Canada. I'm actually surprised. Have they done any games in Canada?
No. Not that I know. Maybe one.
Didn't Buffalo play up there
Did they?
for one time?
I'm not sure, Jim.
And there's been talk of Buffalo
They
going up there,
said,
but
yeah.
obviously that's not going to happen now
they
since
got
they're
their
building a new stadium in Buffalo, Orchard Park.
Because that's what they say. Yeah, the Bills have flirted with the move to Toronto for years. But yeah, I mean, they said Toronto would be more or less like the 33rd domestic team, just like how the MLB's Blue Jays, NBA Raptors are. But yeah, so they said that the city is still hungry for an NFL team.
I can see Toronto before Germany.
It's so close to Buffalo, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. I'm actually going to drive over for a day because it's only like an hour and a half away, I think, from Buffalo.
It's not too far.
It's not.
Nope, not at all.
I just think, Germany, Munich, London, it'd be it's such a disadvantage for this team if they got to travel and the dealing with it, and they would be like in another world.
Oh, well, yes. I mean, to add them on to the regular schedule, yes, that would be absolutely insane for all the teams to have to travel like that.
Yeah, that's why I think you've seen some people didn't push back as much when they were doing some of those preseason games in Mexico, where again you're still within our time zones, right? I mean, we're at least close, right? The Brazil one, again, we're close. It's maybe outside of our time zone a little bit, but at least we're sort of there. And this stuff out in London and now Germany.
Yep.
Man, they're just getting way out there, and it's gonna cause problems. They already had some problems where some players couldn't go because they didn't have their passports set up right. No, I mean that's obviously those things can be fixed, but still, there's issues there that you don't need it.
And that's the whole thing. You just said they don't need it. They can put it in any 2 cities in America that they choose, and it'll sell out.
Yeah. Are they really talking about thinking about an expansion?
They've talked about it vaguely. They said, like she just said,
It's about time, right? Because this is the longest time it's been without an expansion.
20 years has been long.
I thought they kind of liked the current format because every division is even, and the only way around that would be to add a lot of teams, right, in order to do it. So I don't. Or completely revamp everything again, like they've done in the past.
Well, they'll probably add one to AFC, one to NFC, and there'll just be one division with 7 teams to start. Because they're not going to, like you said, they're not going to add 4. You would have to add 6 new teams.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that.
That's the thing. 8, really. Yeah. You want to even it out.
Yeah.
Completely.
So they just, the way it is now, I don't see it. I see 2, maybe the next 5 years. And it depends who really, again, who knows where the NFL is going to be at that time, money-wise, the amount of money you're going to need to get a franchise, which is going to be, another city that I think would be great that did well for years that they lost is San Diego. They've talked about that. I mean, they had a team there for 50 years.
Yeah.
The Chargers.
Well, talk about another state that's got 3 teams already.
Yeah. But the Chargers, I could see that, they always had great crowds and sold out.
Oh, yeah. They were really upset when the Chargers decided to go to Los Angeles.
I could see them going back to Oakland. You know, if they wanted another team, you know what I mean? Where because what the NFL does do a lot of times, I think it was when they realize franchises get lost from cities. I don't know if the word is they feel bad. They want to give, like they gave back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I can see them giving it back to St. Louis.
Yeah, well, the mayor of Oakland came out too, all in a big stink, like they had no idea what was going on, and they were really playing that up.
Well, the thing with the mayor of Oakland, and I saw that article, and to me, I think he was, like you said, wrong. But again, it was 40 years of them not wanting to give them a stadium. I mean, when the the Oakland A's and the Raiders won in the 70s, that's the same stadium. I mean, from the 70s, and it was so many other administrations that said no. So finally, they said, we'll go to Vegas.
Yeah.
And that was never an opportunity, obviously, because the NFL wouldn't go to Vegas.
Yeah, they were the last stadium to host both a baseball and an NFL football team. Teams.
Yeah, you're 100% right, without a doubt. I remember the Dolphins used to do that.
Yeah.
Remember?
Well, so all of them. Well, I don't want to say all of them. I don't know that, but a lot of them did. I mean, going back to the Yankees and the Mets, and where they shared stadiums with the Jets and the Giants and all that. Of course, Oakland was one, but most fields you St. Louis, between the Cardinals and St. Louis, Cardinals, and they were both Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
In St. Louis, right? The baseball and football.
Yeah, and you used to always see that the infield was in there would destroy the field. You play in that part of the field and it was bad.
They'd have to kick on the dirt, and that was always a thing,
And then as money got
certain
better,
things like that. But
they got their own stadiums.
Now, how about this little mess? Is it a mess that's happening with Kansas City? Because I mean, they're trying to entice them over across the river to Kansas City.
I'm shocked. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't either, but
I don't think it's going to happen. They're just doing it. They say things just like, I don't know if you saw yesterday, which blew my mind. TNT matched that big offer for the NBA last night at the last minute.
The 200. What was it? The $7.6 billion.
Yeah,
for 11 years.
Yeah, they matched it last night. At the last
bidding war.
Yeah, right. NBA smoking cigars. Yeah, who's next? But again, how would you let go of the Chiefs right now? They're the number one franchise for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
The Taylor Swift impact, which is just unbelievable, just adds a cherry on top of it. I think they're just paying a ploy.
They already got a stadium sponsor and everything.
Who doesn't want them?
Yeah.
And Mahomes might have another 7 years ahead of him. So I think they look at it like, wow. And it's never been, you never see an NFL franchise go down in money or the league. So why wouldn't you want it?
Well, I almost kind of took this as one of those times that they're just trying to coax money out of them, and they're kind of bluff.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Hey, if you don't go, we're going to go there.
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs say that. I don't think the Chiefs want to leave. I really don't. And I think that would be.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. But again, all these cities, when these teams don't get stadiums, that's what they do. They say, hey, you know what? I mean, the Dolphins, 4 or 5 years ago, before he did Hard Rock, Stephen Ross is the one who put $400 million of his own money.
Mm-hmm.
Remember there was talk that the Dolphins might leave? For a little while there was, and then he wrote the check. He said, I'll do it all myself. And obviously they stayed, and Hard Rock's a beautiful stadium. But, I mean, it's, they want to have the new luxury boxes and all the technology and be able to do that with the fans. And to me, I think they play in a dirt field and people would go. They really wouldn't care because they love it. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. I hope you guys had a good day with us. We always enjoy entertaining you, and I hope you have a great afternoon. The Greek Zone will be following. Jimmy, thanks for all your help. Great job as always.
Thank you very much, Greek. Francis, always a pleasure to work with both of you. We did get this email in. I'll just squeeze this in real quick. Sands Atlantic City operated from August 13th of 1980 until November 11th of 2006. It was formerly known as the Brighton Hotel and Casino. They blew it up the next year, and it was the last Sands Casino, according to our good friend Bill. So
thank you.
There's an email, jimmy@realradio921.com. But again, yes, thank you both very much, and have a great afternoon.
Franny, great job as always. You are the cherry on top every single day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys, for making the Penthouse a fun place to be. And, of course, thank you for listening. And make sure you're still listening because we still have a bunch more opportunities for you to score $1,000. We call it grand in your hand. Your next one is happening a little after 2 o'clock, so make sure you get that keyword from Rover. Enter it, realradio921.com. Let's get a winner here on Real Radio. G-Man, do you have parting words?
If you cannot be with the one you're with, then don't be with anybody at all. Don't settle in life. I'm only kidding. Grab anything. We'll be back in a few minutes with the Greek Zone. Peace.
Proving that some of us have a face for radio. Go to realradio921.com/watch so you can watch us make radio.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah. Can't believe it. Woo!
Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
West Palm Beach emergency construction has an on-ramp closed. It is 95 northbound from Southern Boulevard. Turnpike looks good. Our drive times are up to speed. Not seeing any major incidents. That's traffic on duty. Stuart.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Get the deals you need during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 20% off select Werner and Little Giant ladders because Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 7/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my